11:58. We are live. We are live early. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to a Saturday afternoon gel plating session. What better thing to do on a Saturday, especially if you're in the part of the country that's going to get some rain or some snow? Hi, Glennis. Glennis is ready for gel plating fun. I see her sitting there. No, she's got her gel plates out, everything ready to go. She's probably already been working on it like I have anyway, been sitting here gel plating. So.
Yeah, I just made my tag for tomorrow and cleaned up my desk.
Gel plating, waiting for the time to pass so we could go live. So, Welcome to everyone. We want to welcome any of our new subscribers. We have a lot of new subscribers recently, and we're so happy that you're here to join us. If you are on the live, please jump into chat and say hello so we can get to know you a little bit and you can get to know us. We love to say hello to new people. And thank you. And if you are a returning subscriber, we thank you also, because without returning subscribers, we wouldn't have any reason to be here. And we sure have fun. We sure have fun interacting with you. So we like a reason to be here because we love hanging out with people in chat and just having fun. So I'm going to start the live by reminding you about, hey, Colleen. No, it's ready to go. It'll go out Monday morning. Good to see you. Hey, Jen. Oh, Jen's on a long drive today.
Yes, so Jen's driving. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Julie. So we'll remind you about hi, Sarah. Remind you about the March challenge in Happy Paper People Facebook group. And since March is National Craft Month, we decided a challenge for something every day would be appropriate. So it is a tag a day challenge in March. And your hashtag is hashtag HPPMARTAG. Do not forget to put that on your posts, especially your final post. So the challenge is to make a tag a day during the month of March. Any size, any style, must be a completed tag, more than just a piece of paper on it. Post the photos in the HPP Facebook group. It goes all the way through the end of the month, March 31st. At the end of the month, post all your tags in one final photo. And that photo must be posted on or before Sunday, March 31st. And Monday morning on the 1st, I will go in and pull all those hashtags. Hi, Sheila. Good to see you. We'll pull all those hashtags to see who has posted, who has completed that challenge. And we'll give away a couple of prizes, as we like to do. Prizes, not prices. Margie, trying to see how long I can go without doing anything. Well, we like those kind of records too. Whatever it is, set a record. Why not? Go for it. So we are going to gel plate today, and I have a couple of techniques that I tried this week and worked pretty well. So I thought I would share those. And then we can do some things that maybe you've seen before, maybe you haven't. Who knows? We can try things if you want us to try them. Hey, Sue, good to see you. So the technique that I tried this week involves plastic wrap. And so you start with preparing a base, a background. So I'm going to choose 3 colors here for a nice background. Let's see. I'm not sure I want to go that dark. Maybe I'll do this one. I'll do a warm one, and then I'll do a cool one too. That one is almost out. Good. Got another one handy. I'm going to use saffron and cookie. These are Stamperia paints, and brick red. I've got a bunch of paints. I more grabbed them by their color than by what brand they were. So I've got all kinds of things sitting here. Nothing expensive. Nothing expensive today. So I'm going to roll out this saffron and then the cookie. So they'll mix a little, but I wanted to leave some that gives me that bright yellow. And then the little bit darker brick red. So you'll see as we Excuse me, you'll see as we go. I want to do one that's kind of in warm colors and one that's in cool colors, and we can see how the technique works on both of them, if it works differently or looks differently, or which you prefer. So right now we're just pulling a background. Excuse me. I do have a drink here. Just got a really dry throat. I've been told that we are officially moving into spring. I don't know. We'll see.
We've got trees and stuff flowering here already. So
our tulips have been coming up for a while, but then all of a sudden we got dumped on snow for a couple of days. So snow has melted though. And we had really warm temperatures like for a week, and stuff's coming up and growing, and then all of a sudden we got this weird snow. So okay. So I put this background down fairly thick because I do want good coverage on the paper for this technique. All right, so that's just a background. So let's set that aside and roll that a bit. And actually, I think because I want to do some cool colors, I'll just give that a quick spritz and see if I can get the majority of this off, just so I'm not completely mixing pinks and blues and reds and yellows. Just get the inside. Not worried about the outside. My paper doesn't go quite to the edge. When we're all done, I will do the no fail technique to get off the edge there. So let's see. How about a pink, bright pink? How about a yellow, pink, and orange? That'll be good. That'll be good. Pink, yellow, orange. What order? Here we go. Okay, so let's do some pink. I just need more of the first one. More of the lightest color. And I keep forgetting that as it goes darker, I don't need as much of the darker color. And I tend to put just as much. And all right, now that's not completely cool colors. Could have gone like pink, blue, purple, or something, or pink, purple, blue. And you're probably going, "What do you mean? You said cool colors." The pink is. The yellow goes great with the pink though. So just wanted to do it. You can do any colors you want. Okay, so let me see if I've got.
Yep, I'm starting out with brown. Isn't that lovely, guys? Brown.
Brown's a good base. All right,
Yep.
I'm going to put this one on. I'm going to put this one on this. I'm using this 5x7 as my rub off plate, brayer off plate. So let's just pick up this base. Hey, Lucy. Hi, KK. Good to see you.
Let's see who else have we.
Okay, so all I'm doing right now is picking up a base.
Casey Art is here too. Casey Art is here too.
CK, that's Colleen.
CK Art, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I know you read it right. Just said it backwards.
Backwards.
And I didn't say CK at the beginning. I said Colleen, so you might have missed that.
Oh, that's right. I need to remember her name is Colleen.
Totally okay. All right, so this will be a good one because I love this technique with bright colors. Neon background is great for these, and it will really knock them back. Okay, so I need this one to dry. I'm going to set it over here and let it dry. I do have, oh, that's kind of cool. I do have a couple from earlier as we were sitting here preparing that are probably already dry. There we go. There's a pink, purple, and a blue. There's some Arteza kind of translucent, shimmery ones that are kind of cool with that line. All right, all of these are dry now and should work on this. And I really want to do this one that we just pulled.
Thank you, Lucy.
Dry first. Yeah, good background. Brown's always a good background. Okay, so this technique involves plastic wrap. Now, we have used plastic wrap in the past. We typically, ball it up and smash it around to get some texture. But I thought usually we put the paint down and then we put, sorry, I just bumped the camera, plastic wrap to make our texture. And then we put our paper and pick it up. And I thought, well, why couldn't we do it in the reverse and get some different kind of texture? That might look cool. And so I was, sometimes it's just, I'm learning how to think outside the box. I hate that term. It's so overused. On your plate and outside the box, just overused. But sometimes I'm trying to learn to think differently, to look at things differently than maybe I always have. So if we've always used plastic wrap in that way to make texture, then I'm trying to think, okay, well, what if we did it? What is opposite? What would opposite of that be? Instead of putting the paint down and then using the plastic wrap on top of it, put the plastic wrap down and use the paint on top of it. That would be opposite, right? So I put the plastic down. It doesn't matter what's underneath it. It will actually give that some cool texture when we pick that up later, because obviously that's not going to come through the plastic. So I put the plastic down and I'm going to put the paint on top of the plastic instead of underneath it. And I'm out of that one too. Okay, whoops. And then I'm going to spread that black around, and I want all the wrinkles.
Lucy wants to know if you've used Vaseline on your plate.
I have not. As a resist, you mean?
Ooh.
Is that what you're referring to, Lucy, as a resist? I have not.
Cool.
Yeah. So now I noticed that this is
right
kind of sticking to this and it's picking it up. I don't really want it to pick it up because that might, I want all these little tiny wrinkles, that are here. So I want it to stick down there. And now I'm going to take one of these backgrounds that I already did, and I'm going to lay it on top of this as a resist. I haven't, Lucy. Let's see. I'm thinking I would probably use it with a stencil to get a design. I do want wrinkles. I got a deal for you. That's awesome, Margie. All right, so let's see how this works. It worked last night, so hopefully this one will. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Margie. Nice. It's grungy. Okay, so had this really bright neon background. And then we go use the foil and put the black marks on it. It's basically mark making with the wrinkles and the foil over the top. And so the marks are already there. And now I have a really nice grungy page. I really like that. So I've got several more. Let's just leave this kind of still here, all wrinkled up. If my wrinkles move, I can move them. It's dry, so let's get some more black. Cool. Yeah, it worked, and I thought, oh, this is cool. It's just a different way to get the texture of the plastic wrap, and it gives me a different texture than I get when I use the plastic wrap bunched up over the top. You know what I mean? I'm sure you've all done that. Running out of black paint, but we need it all. Can't waste any of it. So I'm not concerned about going too heavy on the black paint here, because if it's sparse or there's spots where there isn't anything, that's okay too. And trying to figure out the best way to brayer it to keep it down. I don't want these great big giant bubbles, because then when I put the paper down, the whole bubble flattens out on the paper and I end up with big black spots. I like all the little wrinkles that form. The wrinkles are what give us all the cool marks. So let's try this one which is pink and a purple and a blue. Also has some of that Arteza iridescent. That's what it is. It's like iridescent paint. It's not very opaque and it's iridescent at the same time. So I'll have to go check out Froyle and see how she did that. But Lucy, so my thought is that you would maybe put that on something and then dab it on the stencil. And then when you lift up the stencil and put if you put paint down over it, then doesn't the paint...
It would spread.
Move? Yeah, wouldn't the paint move the Vaseline with it?
That's what I was wondering.
In a nutshell, see, too many big spots with... I mean, it's okay. It's usable. But more big spots like with bubbles than I would like. I like all the little tiny lines that are more wrinkly. You can see the difference in these two. One has a lot of bigger spots than the other. Lucy, can you, in a nutshell, give me the technique, how they do that without spreading the Vaseline all over the plate? Okay. I could grab a different plate. We could do Vaseline on one. It'd probably be hard to go back to paint right after that. Now, I don't know how many of these in a row I can do before this plastic wrap just really doesn't give me good wrinkles. I wouldn't imagine there'd be any limit, but there may be, because it may stick more and more and have a harder time staying down. Give me those wrinkles. That one is done. You know, I was talking with somebody this week about trying things out and not feeling like you're wasting supplies. And then somebody else was discussing something, and his opinion was the only wasted supply, and we were talking about paint specifically. He said the only wasted paint is the paint that's still in the bottle. And I thought, that is absolutely, I mean, it's, one person's philosophy, not everybody's, but I agree with that, because if I use it, even if it isn't my absolute favorite thing, I've tried something, I've had fun with it, and either learned a new technique or tried something that didn't work, let's try something else. But if it sits in the bottle, then, it's not doing any good anywhere. I've seen someone else use a Vaseline through a stencil on the paper first. All I remember is a thin coat of Vaseline. Okay, so maybe through the stencil on the paper, and then you put the paint on the plate. So when you press the paper straight down, and it would have to be thin, but you don't need much for resist, then the Vaseline would resist, but they would pick up paint on the rest of the paper. That makes sense. I'll have to go check that out. That sounds like a fun technique to try. Oh, I like this one a lot better. See the difference in marks and blobs. I really like the marks. I really like the marks better. So, all right, I've got a couple more sitting here. I am going to keep doing these with black. And then I made a couple of darker backgrounds that I would like to try this with white. I have not tried it with white, but I thought, why not the white on the darker background like the black on the lighter background? Would look cool. I thought of that because we were talking about, I'm just spraying all over myself. We were talking about doodling with the gel pens. Okay, so the last one, I just even took a minute to kind of arrange these wrinkles where I had a couple big blobs, kind of pulled them out and arranged the wrinkles, and that seems to work quite well. So Yeah, that's looking cool, DM. But
Thank
the
you. I've
bottles
done.
are still pretty all lined up and full of color. That is true. I agree too.
So when I used the plastic bag, there was some of the purple on it from when I did it on the first one, and it transferred to the back of this. So you can, although I didn't put purple on it, it's in the very background because it was the last thing that I did. So I like that. I like that it
Yeah,
sort
that
of
is cool.
goes from the plastic bag
One
because you've
more.
used it, to do the paint.
Are you on your 12 by 12 plate?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Yeah.
I need to get a smaller one for this, I
I
think.
don't have a 12 by 12. I have a, is it 12 by 16 or 14 by 16? I don't know. The one I'm on is the 9 by 11.
Mm-hmm.
So do a full sheet of paper, and it allows me room in the screen here to have.
I actually like to do little sheets like this, but on the big one, and pull them at different.
Yes.
And just keep stacking stuff on top.
Yeah. Layers, layers, layers.
Layers.
Layers and more layers. Okay, I only have 2 more that I'm going to do. I'm going to do this one. And then I want to do this one that we just pulled. I think that'll be really pretty. The bright neons. And I may try it again in just a bit with some of these metallics. They'll look really cool with the black marks. Julie, you said you said you just went and took a look at them. I agree, Sheila. Metallics will look cool. What is it? What she did? Did she do tiny bit of Vaseline through the stencil on the paper layers? Is there going to be cake? Yes, Margie. Colorful cake. On the paper, and then the paint on the gel plate, and oh, that's kind of cool. I like that one.
This top is on wrinkled paper.
Last
Well,
one.
my thing is wrinkled, so
I'm wondering if I don't put any more paint on, but just try to press this one over it, if there's enough paint to pick it up. So, okay, maybe I'll try that one, Julie. Maybe we'll try that. See what we can get. Why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I try this and see if it picks up, hopefully, I'm thinking that there's probably enough still on the plastic wrap that it'll pick up something. Oh, it did, but not a ton. Okay, so I could do that one again with black.
Oh, definitely.
That's set to be layered. I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to put another one on, and we're going to do it in white. Get a little bit of this black paint off of me. One good thing about acrylic paint, it does come off easily with baby white or with water. Okay. Yeah, you can tell that I was already playing before we went live. I was already painted up. That's okay. But it's like what? It's like the $6 burger. If it doesn't get all over your face, it's not worth eating.
Exactly.
Right? Something like that. You wipe away the Vaseline after the paint is dry. Yes, that makes sense. Thank you, Lucy. Okay, so let's put a piece of this down. And I'll try white. I could do white or ivory. But I like the idea of the white, like the white gel pen marks.
Okay.
Doing it with white paint. Okay. And I did like the way we got cool marks just by moving this. And might have to do it after, put the paint down if it moves the plastic wrap. But all right, here's a white. Oh, let's see.
Problem with using a lot of stencils when you do this, you have to clean them afterwards.
Yeah. Or not.
I usually spray them with my water so that it doesn't.
I don't. Well, it depends. It depends on the stencil. Depends on what I've used on it. But I often don't clean them. Oh, look at that. Okay. I feel like I might have gotten too much white on here, but I don't know. We'll find out.
Her messy meter is cringing.
Sorry, Margie. I assume that's whose messy meter is cringing.
Yes, yes.
It's okay. You can just watch the mess. At least you don't have to touch it or clean up
Exactly.
after.
Or clean it up.
All right. So here's a dark. Let's see. Wait a minute. I have a couple others that were. All right. There's some dark ones there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Let's try this blue one. I'm not going to press down very hard because I wonder if I put too much. Oh! That is cool. I like that.
Ooh. It looks like somebody scribbled really hard on the thing.
Yeah. And you might not be able to see it, but even within the white, there's lots of little different marks like chicken scratches and striations and things. That's cool. I really do like that. So I wonder if there's enough on this and if it's still wet. I'm going to try it without adding more because there was quite a bit. Note to self, start with less. Lucy likes that color.
More, not. Less is more, not. This purple color is Lucis Crystal Studios. Somebody had gotten it for something they were doing, and they used like maybe not even 1/4 of an inch for it, and were finished with it and didn't want it anymore. They're one of those people that once they've used it, they get rid of it. You know, and I'm not. They give it to me and I'll hold on to it and keep using it. So
check that out.
Ooh, that is
like that with white a lot. Yeah, you could really get a cool peeled paint look with this. Yes. Okay, so let's get a little more white. And you can actually control the directions of these striations if you wanted to. I'm trying not to pull them all even, but you could make them like perfectly, kind of not perfectly, but more even all the way down. Trying to make some go this way, some go that way, so that they're really more mark making than even striations. But yeah, that's okay. So here we go with a pink, blue, and purple.
They're saying they like the white better than the black.
Really?
Saying that, yes.
Okay, that's cool. Let's see here. Pull that up. This one might have a little too much white for my taste. Okay, so a little too much paint on that one. I like this better with a little bit less. Okay, still usable.
I just like layers. Just keep giving me layers.
Maybe still enough on there that I can pick some up with this. Well, that. I'm gonna pull up this stack of things, ones that I did last night, and this is actually the first one I did to try the technique. And I love all they just look like scratches and marks. wasn't crazy about the big blobs here, but I really do like all of this kind of stuff. And then this one had much lighter and the iridescent paint on it. Let me put those in there.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying something here.
You're just playing.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm trying it with tinfoil the way that you're doing it.
Oh, cool. Tinfoil probably wouldn't move as much as this plastic wrap, so maybe when you get damaged, it.
Yep.
Okay, so that one has quite a bit less. I didn't add any more. I just used what was there from last time. Okay, I've got one more dark print here.
Oh, yeah. Flow medium would cause cells. Definitely. Actually, that would look really cool.
Oh, yeah.
If you added some flow medium in with the...
Yes.
Yes. I agree.
Yes. You could put a drop of silicone on here and we have some, but...
Isn't there something else that you can use?
Floetrol.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like an oil, like castor oil or one of those kind of things that will make them.
That's right here. It's over. I think it's over in the cupboard. And but I think that's KK. That's a really good idea to pull out and try another
Use
time.
different mediums too.
Yeah. It's over in the closet, I think. I don't think I have one out here. Let's see.
That actually, I did it just on the white paper and used what was on it. And because I wanted to see what it was going to do. Almost makes it look floral or like spider's webs.
Right?
Yep.
It's kind of cool. Okay, let's go a little less on the paint this time.
I don't know what it's doing to my tin.
Is the tin foil digging into your plate?
No, actually it's not.
Good. All right, so this is a really dark one. Let's see what.
Baby oil could work too if you put it in with it. I wonder. Oops.
Oh, I like this. Get anything down in that corner. There we go. I like that. That's like old scraped up paint. Yeah. Okay. So here's some of the white ones. And some of the black ones. That one doesn't have enough on it, but you could probably do black and white. You guys like the white ones better or the black ones better? And for me, I think it kind of depends what I want to use it for, because, if I want it really grungy, I think the black. If I want it distressed, the white. That's kind of cool. All right. So that's a new technique to try out. So let's set those over here. And we'll get rid of this plastic wrap. And I'm going to go with this. This is a white gold. White is less grungy. I knew Margie'd like the white. Yeah, I like the way the white looks distressed, but not so grungy. And the black looks grungy. So it depends on what I wanted to use it for, I think. This is a white gold. So it looks white, yet it's very shimmery, like gold. And it looks like it's going to be very transparent. I'm going to take this piece of burlap and just press it in for texture. Trying not to move it around.
Yes, sometimes, Margie, it is. I agree
Grunge is
sometimes.
overdone.
Just like flowers are overdone, just like...
Yeah. And I'm hoping I can pick this up without having to put another layer of paint down, because I'd like to see that white gold in that texture on this dark background. And we don't have one I could use. Pick this up with. If it's not already dry, might already be dry. Yeah, everything doesn't have to be grungy. I guess the thing about grunge for me, Margie, is grunge gives me permission to not be perfect. And if it's supposed to be grungy, then I don't worry about being perfect, because, you know, if it's not supposed to be grungy, then I think it's supposed to be perfect. Don't start me on flowers, butterfly, and lace. Yeah. Oh, we need
I am
another.
the same with you.
We need another flower, butterfly, and lace challenge. Maca. Oh, wow. That is cool. Can you see the burlap texture on it at all?
Oh, that's cool.
Look at it as a whole. It's
Yeah.
your colors. But yeah, the burlap texture came off really, really nicely on the with that white gold. That's cool. No, Margie says. No, we don't need another no using butterfly, lace, or flowers. Maybe it would be a good time for another challenge without using some of those things that are overdone. It really made people think, for sure. And people did come up with some really awesome things. All right, let's grab some stencils and do a couple things. We might get some burlap texture in here, and that's okay. So I'm going to start with this heart stencil. Let's see where to place it. Okay, we'll do that. And I'm actually going to put the hearts down in black. I really like black and the metallic blue, or the metallic red. How about a no grungy challenge? Ooh, I like that, Margie. That's a good idea. No grunge, no edging of no inking of edges. Is that what you mean?
No, because you can ink in other colors.
Is that considered grunge, or
ink in bright colors? That's not grunge.
More like, oh yeah, you can. But you know, I don't know, grunge can be colored too. All right, Margie, define that. Does that mean no inking of edges, or does that just mean no inking of edges in the standard neutral colors? If you ink edges, they have to be colorful, but no grungy papers. Papers need to be, they can have flowers on them, nice and clean. And I'm going to get some distressed hearts here, but I do want enough black to cover the majority of it.
No inking, no tearing.
No inking, no tearing, because tearing is grungy. Yes, I do agree with that. Oh, that's perfect time for me to make another album. Tearing is fun. So those who tear all the time, give them a chance to.
Yes, that would be hard for me because I do tear all the time.
Yeah,
it's just so much easier to tear.
Do something where you're cutting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, these hearts are going to be cool. Yeah, I don't use. I probably won't wash this. I mean, just paint on it unless it becomes so thick that I can't use it. I don't know.
What squeak?
Right, that was my brayer.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I don't hear one, but
Sorry, Julie, that was my brayer.
my husband is
Metallic.
playing out in the garage, so all I write here is his guitar. So.
Nope, that was my brayer. Sorry. Metallic red or blue or green, which is really teal. Ouch. I think maybe I'll go with this one right now. If you have dentures, no problem. If you don't, then it's a problem. It could be a problem. All right, no inking, no tearing. Even if you ink in bright colors, Margie, just no inking, no tearing. Pick some pretty paper, let the pretty paper stand on its own. I think that's what she's saying. Ooh, I got a little wet spot right there. I want it to dry so I can get the next layer on. All right. How about denture marks on the gel plate? That's what Margie's saying. No inking, no tearing, no grungy paper. So no Tim Holtz paper that already has the grunge built on it. No adding grunge, no grungy paper. So pull out all the flowers, butterflies. Pull out all the flowers, butterflies, and lace.
Yep.
Step outside your comfort zone.
That's exactly what she's
flowers,
saying.
Butterflies, and lace. Or cute animals, forest animals. A lot of things you could do.
No Stamperia either. Ooh, but there is some Stamperia that's not grunge.
Who said no Stamperia? That's not grunge.
Julie.
Oh, that's not grunge, Julie.
Well, some of it is.
Some of them are, absolutely. You know, like the Vagabonds and Voyages. Some of those are grunge, but the Owl album that I made that Margie has, I wouldn't say that is grunge. Would you say that's grunge, Margie? I don't think it's grunge. Got the Cosmos, using Cosmos. Well, I don't know. Is Cosmos grungy? I think there's probably a couple pages in there that could be considered grungy, Margie.
Yeah.
Album grungy. Interesting.
This is going to be a lot of paint. I just realized that, but that's okay. I will fix it.
Oh, you're learning from me to be too heavy-handed.
Yes. Oh, I've always been too heavy-handed on it.
Me too.
I break all of my pencils. I break things all the time.
Yeah.
I've broken saws because I've been trying too hard to push down on them as I'm doing it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Breaking saws is not good.
Nope. Especially when they're electric and going zzz.
That would be fun, Margie. A no grunge challenge. No inking, no grungy paper, no tearing. Must use flowers, butterfly, or lace on everything.
No, thank you.
No, you still don't have to use flowers, butterflies, lace. Just, it's just funny because that would be the opposite. Oh, that was too dry. Too dry. Oh, that does look cool, though. You can't grunge in outer space.
I don't know about that. I think that the stuff in outer space is probably pretty grungy because it's, dirt and muck and all that fun stuff.
This one's going to be cool. Looks like it's got rust on it. Love that. Oh, and I'm glad I chose that metallic green, which really looks teal. And with that rust, it looks very patina-y. Check that out. That looks like rust. Rust and patina.
Cool.
Wow. I couldn't have done that if I tried. Love the rust look in there. Oh man. Sorry, Margie. This is one of my favorite grunges ever. Ooh, love that rusty color that's on your plate.
On
That's
mine,
cool.
it's orange and pink.
Okay, it looks rusty from here.
Yeah, I could make it more rusty. I could put a little darker red in it.
Wow, I do like that. What did I have on there? I had cookie and barn door, I think. Or, oh, here they are. Brick red. Cookie and brick red. That was a very nice rust. Okay. Like that one. Like that one a lot. I always get something cool with that stencil. All right. Grunge has its place, but not in every blessed thing. Okay. What stencil did you use?
Oh, well, I used a lot of clear colors, because I actually used two different stencils. I used the word one down first,
Right.
and then I put the orange over it, and then did a lace one.
Yeah.
So you're not seeing both of them,
yeah. So
and I put it over something that had some dark on it, but for a background,
it's just some layers with stencil.
I love layers of stencils.
I do too.
Or just layers. Stamps.
Yeah, just layers. And all stencils don't layer well together. You gotta If you have a stencil that has big wide open spaces, that's a great one to layer. And then you want something that has not big wide open spaces.
Yeah. And I also think the paper depends, because it looks totally different on this paper.
Yeah. Ooh. All right. So let me think here.
And yes, I have hard edges, but that doesn't bother me. Makes it fun. They become ledges to stick people hanging off of.
Yeah. All right. I want to do what colors would I like to do with this? Thinking it might be hungry. Layers of desserts. Margie, quit. I'm hungry. No might be about it. I am. You're making me hungrier. Let's see. I'm gonna do that one and that one and that one. Let's see if we can use up that one. And we need a light background for it all.
Oh, that one's not open yet.
The white gold or the gold sand. Right, let's go gold sand. Okay. I'm going to use kind of sort of sunset colors because I'm going to use that stencil that kind of sort of looks like a sun or something of the sort. Yeah, it must be lunchtime or past lunchtime because I am hungry. All right, so that's probably more than I wanted on there, but let's just.
Okay, let's try something.
See if we can.
Let's put the stencil down first.
And we get page and get hold of it.
Oh, a good tiramisu is always amazing.
Oh, I love that stencil. That's cool. Oh, where is that one? I haven't used that one in a very long time.
Yeah. I just pulled out all my big ones because I don't feel like.
That's all I pulled out was great big ones. Yeah, guys, don't be afraid of 12 by 12 stencils, even if your plate or your paper that you're stenciling through is not that big. 12 by 12s are great, even on a 5 by 7 gel plate, because you can use portions of it. Oh, wow. Check that out. Still got a whole lot of the
heart. Is that hard to stencil?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one I just used to get this.
Oh, okay.
Didn't realize there
I'm
was
not
that
a
much
hardy, lovey person, so
black still down there. Well, they're grungy, torn up parts. That's why I like them. You see it? They're grungy, torn up parts.
yeah.
On purpose. That's the way the stencil is. So I do like that one. All right. So I'm going to put this one down and get some words on here. Words.
Don't forget
Breakfast
to put the
for
Mac words.
dinner. Oh, yeah. Lucy, leftovers for breakfast. Breakfast for dinner. I love breakfast for dinner. Love a good breakfast for dinner. Yes. That would be, I think I need to do something darker now that I'm looking at that. Like waffles or pancakes and eggs.
I have to tell you about the waffle I had yesterday morning for breakfast.
Really? Okay.
We went to our favorite place again.
Breakfast place.
It's like a little diner.
Yeah.
And I usually get their cinnamon waffle.
Right.
But this time they had a carrot cake waffle. Yes.
I make a really good pumpkin waffle, but carrot cake waffle sounds.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. So I ate, you know how waffles are broken down into 4 pieces.
Yeah.
I actually ate 3 of the pieces, which is unusual for me. Usually I only eat 2 of them and then bring the other 2 home.
And they probably gave you a really good cream cheese frosting with it too.
Well, not really. It was like a butter it was the same butter cinnamon that they usually put on the other one, but there was a cream cheese flavor, and I don't know where it was coming from, whether it was coming from inside the thing, but it was so yummy. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, can we go tomorrow?
Really? Yes, Lucy, it is. Thank you for telling me after I got paint on it already. My stencil's upside down. So when I pull it, my words are going to be inverted.
Backwards. Well, I had said, don't forget.
You did?
Yeah. I said, don't make your words backwards.
Oh, sorry. I totally missed that.
That's okay.
All right. Thanks for trying to protect me. But, yeah, did say I was hard-headed, so.
Yes, very hard-headed. So hard-headed you don't necessarily hear properly every time.
That wasn't even on purpose.
I know.
Didn't even hear you, or I would have. Yes.
Yeah, they're not very readable on hers anyway, so I don't think it's gonna.
They are on the stencil, like
Oh, on your
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dry.
But I don't know if they might be the best way.
If you put something over it, you're not going to be able to really tell.
Is to be kind to all you meet. So I mean it is, but yeah, it's not going to be very legible when I finish layering. So thank goodness. So probably doesn't really matter because I am going to layer over the top of it.
Ooh.
So there's the second layer. Now we've got words.
The brayer plate that I was cleaning off has some really nice.
That's cool.
Green from like 6 times ago.
We were talking about that. You guys know, I've probably said this before. You probably already know, but just in case you don't, the way to get your plate completely clean, including all these grungies around the edge that are going to build up from like 30 layers today because my paper doesn't go all the way to the edge. The way to get all that off, absolutely every time. Do I want this all the way out? I think I'll go all the way over to here. The way to get that off every time perfectly is when you're done with your gel plate session, put a layer of paint down, make it a generous layer, not super, super thick, but a little more than you would typically do for gel plating. We usually do pretty thin layers to pull up. So make it a generous layer and then put the paper over it. And so something like this, I'll grab a bigger piece of paper that will cover the whole thing. Or if I have smaller, I'll put two side by side so they can go all the way over the edges because I want to pick up the grungy edges. And then rub it in really good and then let it sit overnight. Absolutely, for sure, overnight. When you come back tomorrow morning to pull it, it will pull off clean and it will pull off all the grungies on the edges. I started with a clean plate this morning because I did that last night and it works every single time. But the whole key is you have to let it sit overnight so that it can pick up all those grungies. It's got to have time for them to attach. If you think about how many layers deep they are and you want them to attach to your paper and you put a thick layer of paint down, they got to have a long time to attach to the paper as much as they are attached to the gel plate. And I'm usually pretty impatient, but that's the one thing that I'll put it on, walk away only when I'm done, and come back, and it's right every time. They're not the colors I was originally going to use, but I got kind of different color in the base there, so we'll see. All right.
Hi, Kylea. Did I say it right?
Let's see. Oh, just recently got a plate.
Excellent.
Kialea. Would you please tell us how to
might need a phonetic spelling of that.
your name correctly because it sounds Hawaiian to me. So it might be Kialea. We do like to use people's correct names. So if you would let us know phonetically how you pronounce it so we can get it right. You just got a gel plate. That's really exciting. I'm very excited for you. It's Kia.
Kia.
Oh, so you're
just
whole
go
name
by
might
the
be
front.
Kia, but you go by Kia. Okay,
Kia.
got it.
Hi, Kia.
Oh, welcome, Kia. Welcome. So Kialea is it Hawaiian? I'm assuming it's very pretty. I like Hawaiian names. Okay, so I'm going to pull this little sunrise or sunset or whatever it is.
I shortened mine from Dawn Marie to DM. That's how much I shortened mine.
Yeah. Oh, you don't even have Dawn Marie on there anymore.
Nope, I took it off. Now it's just DM up there.
Yep. So welcome, Kia. We're so glad that you're here. And you said you recently got a gel plate. Did you just get here or have you been watching for a little bit to see some of the techniques that we did at the beginning? We did a couple of new kind of things. So what size plate did you get? Just learning how.
Spanish. Oh, wow. We were recommended on the side of the Tim Holtz.
Oh, sweet.
Video. Wow.
Spanish.
Interesting.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, gee, that's awfully nice. See,
Yeah.
the more when we end a live and you guys come back and leave a comment and a thumbs up, that's what it does. And I love that because we get to meet a new friend every time somebody comes in. And yeah, we're going to invite you on right away to come to the Facebook group of the same name and join the Facebook group. And that is a safe place for everyone to post creations, to support and help one another. It is the most supportive group I believe that you will have ever had in Facebook because we're just that way. I didn't even look whether it was going to be upside down or right side up, and so now it's the orange. I didn't have
smaller one for art journaling. Yeah, when you have, I use my small one to roll on, but sometimes if you're just pulling it out to do something small or to do one sheet,
Mhm.
I pull this little
Yes.
one out. Look at how
So
fun and grungy my little sides are.
yeah.
Woo! That would be fun to.
Smaller one. So like this one is 5x7. Is that about the size right there? You think what A5 is? Yes, that's about A5, I think. About 5x7. Yeah.
Mhm.
That is, so I got really good coverage here. The orange, not as much coverage. It's a little grungy, Margie.
Orange is, remember, is a clearer color.
And so I needed to go heavier because it didn't pull as quite as
Yeah.
well. Either heavier to get that pull or lighter on these and get more of that translucent effect. I kind of like it translucent where you can see the words through it.
Kia, we actually do a lot of different things. We do a lot of paper, like she said, it's happy paper people. But
Everything involving paper, which includes mixed media.
Yep.
Making journals, making ephemera. We're just people
we've done
having
3D,
fun that like it all.
3D paper.
Shadow boxes.
Shadow boxes.
If you go to the Facebook page and scroll through, or go into photos, into media, take a look at the photos. Right now, we've got a challenge going on for March, so you're going to see tons and tons and tons of tags. Yeah, super easy to do tags. And it just started this last week. So you can jump right in and get involved in that, the March challenge, because March is National Craft Month.
Mm-hmm.
So see, here it is.
Are you in the States, or are you, you said Spanish, are you overseas? In Spain or in
Mexico,
or even Mexico would be Spanish too.
Yeah, well, there
Puerto
are several.
Rico.
Yeah,
we have
several
somebody from
South
Puerto Rico.
American countries
Yep.
where it could be. Yep, in Spain. Awesome.
She is in Spain. Very nice.
So what time is it there right now in Spain? It's 9 p.m. She already knew what I was going to ask. So you're 8 hours ahead. Okay. So typically Saturdays at noon, we do a live. Oh, perfect. Monday Jumpstart. Every Monday at noon Mountain Standard Time, which would be 8 p.m. your time. Okay? 8 p.m. on Monday. Yep, she read my mind. She's one of us. I knew it. Mondays at 8 o'clock your time. We do, and you might want to go back, and you said you checked out some of the videos. Watch some of the Monday Jumpstart videos, and you can get kind of an idea of the variety of things that we do. We do just all kinds of things. We art journal. We make books and journals. We make ephemera to go in them. We love gel plating. Some of us love mixed media. We just like art and craft, and we just like to try. We don't like being pigeonholed in any one place, because, sometimes as creative people, you just want to try something. Doesn't mean that we're great at it the first time, but that's why this is a safe place to just try whatever you want to try, and that's how we learn, and we learn from each other a lot.
And we're also very positive about we love to see what you're working on, even if you think it looks like crud. We'll see if you ask a question, what can I do to add to this, or does anybody have any ideas? We'd be happy to help, but we always want to make sure that you come out with an amazing result that you love.
That's it. Thank you. You'll find that this is an extremely positive and supportive and uplifting group. Never a mean or negative comment to anyone. And we just love everybody and everybody's efforts, and support whatever everybody or anybody wants to try to do. And we just have fun.
And we like to experiment.
Yeah. And if you're going to experiment, bye, Lucy. If you're going to experiment, you're going to have what you might term a failure. But some of those failures are the best happy accidents, because you get something cool.
Yep.
Julie, you might want to hit your live button. It looks like you might be buffering. But yeah, this is a fantastic group to learn from, to share from. We love to in the group, and you'll see as you go in there that we welcome artists of all genres because we can look at a pretty quilt pattern, a pretty crocheted pattern, a pretty card, a pretty photo, a pretty whatever it is that somebody's done, and we can draw inspiration.
Appreciate it. Yes.
Yes, we can draw inspiration from that for gel printing or art journaling or card making, whatever it is. So we don't think that only people of one type of art can, learn or share with each other. We like it all because we find it all. The world is inspiring. There's so much out there. No failures, right, Margie? There are no failures.
Right. Everything, it doesn't matter.
Get some result.
Right. And there's never a failure, actually. There's got to be a little twist in all of your art to show that you're human and you're not an AI person doing it.
I love it. Look, Kia, she is already one of us. She says, "No worries, Julie. I'm fluent in Taiwanese." We often call him Otto. OTTO.
Yes.
Otto is his name because he's autocorrect. Changes our words or our fingers get hung up. We don't worry if you type something funky in the chat. We don't worry about correcting it because you're right. We all kind of know what you mean. We learn to, that's kind of cool. We know what you mean. It happens to all of us, and we're not worried about the perfect grammar because of that. So it's just fun. We're here to have fun and share and enjoy art. So I want to get into a couple more of these stencils down here and do some more layering with them. So if I get one with
this one is really
a lot
dark.
of open space, and I get one with little open space. That one's a cool one. That's got a lot of open space. So this one behind it, kind of cool. Anybody have any particular colors that you'd like to see today? Because I'm just grabbing colors and,
Scrapbooking, then went to card making, then mixed media, then art journaling, then altering furniture, then jewelry with polymer clay.
Yes!
That's you
We
just
did some
basically.
jewelry last week. We have lots of scrapbookers, lots of card makers.
We made
art journaling.
Speaking of jewelry, we made these things. So that's part of it, like little dangles to put on stuff.
Bubble beads. Yeah,
that's jewelry, sort of.
That is book jewelry. Yeah,
book jewelry.
You could wear them. Some people are hanging them on their lamp or fan poles.
She's a teal and gold person, just like you.
Teal, turquoise, and gold fanatic. Oh my gosh! Yes, Kia. My favorite colors are teal / turquoise, and any of the peacock colors because that always fits in with the peacock colors. Yes, love teal and turquoise. All right, let's put this in the background. Oh my goodness.
Oh, fart muffins.
Oh,
that made a pretty one.
Yep, we're going to get along great. Jen is one of the newer members, and she came into chat just like you, Kia. She came in and went, "Oh, this looks fun, and these people look fun," and just jumped right in and started talking. And we love her. We love her, Jen and her mom, Katie.
In fact, she's driving right now. She loves us so much, too, that she's driving and listening in.
Yeah. Well, she's making a very long 8-hour drive to pick up her son. Not so long because she's waiting, enjoying to get her son. And not so long because she's spending a couple hours with us. Love Peacock. Oh, you looked into making your hair one of those gorgeous tints in those colors, but it was so expensive. Oh, wow. I never even thought about that. Oh, that would be so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, so many people in here have done so many different types of crafts, and everybody does. Oh, wow. Woo. Everybody does not have to be interested in everything.
No, that's
That's
true.
the beauty of it. You can be
So my
interested
paint
in
just totally messed up, and I'm going to tell you that right now. I didn't mix it well enough, so the
oh,
medium came out
I yeah, but I like that
grained.
because it's going to have
So it's
grainy
going to have straight.
striations.
Yes. So I
I
just want
like
you
it
guys to know
though.
it's not supposed to do that when you
Well,
mix your paint more.
but yes, but it just gives you the grungy look
Yes.
accidentally. I do like it. So
And it was a new bottle, so I thought I had done enough
okay.
to.
You might get something that you really I keep forgetting to use this one up.
Yes,
You
I
might
may get
that you
something
really,
that.
really love.
Yeah,
I
this is
like
going
it
to have to
already
take a while to dry because I
just looking at the
feel how
paint
wet
on
it is.
there.
Yeah.
All right, Glennis. I'm channeling Glennis today because I'm using a lot of yellow and I'm really liking it. And yellow's not usually a go-to color for me. I'm using a lot of orange too. Yellow and orange. What is up with that?
Spring.
Yeah, probably because
So
I
my
usually do so
roller
much blue.
looks like one of the, what are they called? Not dapple, but
Oh yeah,
the
the
like
dapple
either
horse.
horses, a dapple gray horse, or there's
Yes.
dogs
Yes.
piebald. Looks like a piebald mix on my thing. I'm gonna do this and see what
That
it
is
looks like.
cool. Look how cool this looks on my plate.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's gonna be good. That's a good ending stencil thing. You know what I mean? Like you put something that's got a lot of stuff on the bottom already and just end with that.
Yeah, I did. I did that. Like I don't. What is it? I don't remember what.
Oh
It's
yeah,
called.
sometimes work does change those things for you that you can't
Oh my gosh, I
exactly
probably have
make crazy hair.
I settled for just tinting the tips of my hair teal green. Nice. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, I don't want to kill your boss. What kind of work do you do, Kia? Promised myself during pandemic I would tint my hair green. If I got out of it was sort of a self-promise. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. A promise or a I deserve to be able to tint it green after going through that, right? All right. I'm hoping this picks up really well. I did layer it behind or on top of this one. I've got this one on top of this one. So, I'm getting there's a lot of paint sitting on top of this one. I'm wondering.
Work with the public administration. So didn't want to go overboard. Oh. For the government state.
I can understand that. Boss going, you don't want to freak people out. Well, if they're creative people, then they'll like it. They'll appreciate it. So.
Right. I'm just playing. Yeah, you guys can see my little plate. I'm playing on my little plate because this is way too wet to pull anytime soon.
Dry a bit.
So, yeah. In fact, I may put my little plate right on top of it because it's not going to do any different.
Mine needs to dry too. Dry.
I used to have like a little hand fan. You could go zzz.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, don't be afraid of big 12-inch stencils, even on a small plate like this. One of my favorite things to do is take a stencil like this that is a 12-inch stencil. You've got flowers. You've got this stuff that looks like spirograph. And then you've got the inside to take it and put it like this. And you can get just the spirograph and flower look. You could put it like this and get just the center with the spirograph out or spiderweb out or whatever you want it to look like. You can go half of that, put it right in the middle, half there, and then let it give you just that portion. So you can even go up in corners and do like this and just get a quarter there. You don't ever have to use the whole stencil, but don't don't be afraid of 12-inch stencils. They are a lot more versatile than the little ones, although I love the little ones too. And I've got some of those sitting here, but the 12-inch ones just are awesome. Okay, I'm going to take that, put some of this saffron on it. Love this saffron. It's almost gone.
Yeah, it's the same thing with big stamps on paper.
Yeah.
I agree, Margie.
Yeah, just use part of it. Totally agree. I love this saffron color, so I want to get every little bit out. I think that's about it. I do have another one, but I just don't want to waste it. Okay, let's see if that's enough. It's not holding very still. Okay. I'm just going to put that on here, get a whole nother layer.
Pink and red, you really can't see it, but it would make a good background for something like a tag.
Yeah, you can layer more with red on
definitely.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are the stencils you use the same materials as the mixed media ones we buy, or do they have to be specific for paint and gel plates? Nope. Same ones.
Same things.
Same ones. Yeah. These are plastic. That same kind of plastic. I actually have some stencils that are just cut out of Yupo paper. And they, well, just like with any other mixed media, they don't last forever, but you can get a lot of good use out of them. You can coat them, seal them up so that they will last a lot longer.
Yeah, if they're paper, though, I know I have some that are just plain old paper. Those don't last at all unless you keep the paint on them. Or you paint them first.
Sometimes we'll punch things out with a punch and then use that as a stencil. The paper we punched out of, use that as a stencil.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can use anything as a stencil. Yep. Anything that'll make
anything mark making.
Yeah. Okay, so just layering a little bit more onto that. That's cool. It's just getting that corner portion of the
Yes, we actually have some of those, the circles and the squares. And they are really useful.
Yes.
I got them from retreat last time and I still haven't found them.
Oh.
They've got to be someplace in the very bottom bag.
Yeah, box. You're talking about these, Kira?
Huh?
There's a circle. There's a square. Yep. I think I've got 6 different ones. There's a hexagon and a triangle. Yep. It depends. It depends on what you want to do, and how much you like them. If you're just getting started, I would get started with your 5x7. That's a really good size, especially if you're a card maker. I need to pull out a tool that I took to retreat and then we never got a chance to use. So I think it's still in my retreat stuff. But I have a tool that came from Jelly Arts that you can use with this 5x7 that gives you super easy way to make fabulous card backgrounds. So next time we do gel plates, I will have that tool and we'll show how to do that. Oh, this is one of my favorite stencils. It's roses. That stencil has been through the ringer. All right, let's see. That was just enough time to dry. And I can see that there's going to be a really good ghost print on that. Okay, so the orange over the top probably should have done the orange on the bottom and the red over the top because it's harder to see the, but this would be a cool one for mark making, to sit down with a black fine tip and go around these, the designs of the orange one, which is this stencil. So it's a really cool design, but it didn't show up a whole lot with the red underneath it. So if I went around that and with a black fine tip, that would look really cool. But some good layers. It's getting there. I did not do a background on this one. Look, it even picked up some of the edge grunge over there. Wasn't trying specifically to do that. I kind of saved that to the very end. But all right, so I am going to do. Let me pick this up because I know there's going to be some shadow stuff there, and then I'm going to do this rose one with metallics. It's always a favorite. Yes, it is cool to stamp in the art journal. Do you do a lot of art journaling, Kia? Sometimes we do art journaling on Mondays, Monday Jumpstart, and we have actually a couple of them. We've gone into some specific techniques like Diane Reevely's technique for backgrounds, or Dina Wakely, things like that. So if you're into art journaling, if those are things you're not super familiar with, that might be something you want to check out. I don't know what I just knocked on the floor, but I'm pretty sure it was paint and probably material. She would do the contrary of what you're doing, that you have the stamp plate below and put the paper on top and press it. She would, yes. So with these little ones, it's easy to do those. Let us get to those in just a couple minutes. Let me pick this up before it dries. Hopefully it hasn't already. And we can do some things with these the little guys. So there's also a couple different ways to get the paint or the design onto the little ones that to then use as a stamp. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Adding that to the burlap worked. Okay. Because I'm sitting these on top of the paint. That's why. Okay.
And I like gel painting because you can make a mess.
Yes. I like just playing.
I even have lines on my hands.
I like just playing with it and knowing that there's no rules. It's like art journaling. There's no rules in art journaling. There's no rules in gel plating. You can try anything and everything.
There's that.
Let me see here. I want that to be black.
I like that.
I'm going to put down. Okay, let me pick this up, and then I'm going to do the blue metallic for those roses. You know, you should use the pink metallic. All right, fine. I'll do it in both. I like it in the blue metallic. It's a little dry when I put this down. Ooh, but that's a cool ghost print. I like the ghost print on that. That's cool. Okay. So, yeah, I normally don't even pick this up at all. But because I want to change to pink and blue, I'm going to wipe some of this off. And you can just take a baby wipe. Kia, baby wipe works great on your gel plate. Some people wipe it off after every time they do it and start fresh each time. I like the grungy buildup on it And if I walk away from this, if I have to leave in a hurry, I'll just leave this. And even if I don't take the edges off this time, when I come back, I'll just use it more. And then next
I
time,
didn't take out
I'll
any
put
of my
something on to take
metals.
the edges. Okay, so let me think, which do I want, which color?
I didn't take out any of my metal. Oh no.
Any of your metallics?
Yeah, I didn't take them out. I only brought 2 of my cases over here, and I thought I brought the second case. I thought the second case I brought was that, but it's not.
Yeah, I always tend to bring way too much, and so I tried to just grab some colors I thought I would use, or trying to not bring everything that I have every time.
Oh, she's one of the cleany crafters.
Yes, it's crowded. Oh, you clean after each time? All right, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so I want to pick up the black on this, in between this stencil. Kind of grab. It itches my nose. Oh, I get that. Pennies like that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. To each his own, and that's the joy. That is. I think you bumped your camera. That is the joy of it.
Oh, yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
That's okay. There are no rules. No rules to gel plating. There are no rules to art journaling. There's no rules to art at all. You know, you do it how you would like to. You do what makes you happy. You try anything that sounds interesting. And that's the thing about Happy Paper People. And that's why we keep it a private Facebook group, because it's the place just to try what you want to try, and don't worry about the outcome. Nobody's going to judge it, because most of the people are going, ooh, I can't wait to see what the outcome is. See if I want to do it too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Did I get most of the center? Well, I got a lot, but there's still, it's a lot down. How can I have a lot on here and there's still a lot down? Alrighty.
Oh, thank you. It's actually the bluegrass green and the other green, the Kelly green together.
Oh, that's pretty.
So it made it sort of a bluey green.
Yeah.
I actually like to put 2 colors on, so that you're getting striations of the colors.
Right.
And I usually do them in the same family, so that you're getting
so you can kind of get the ombre effect, and you get this color here, that color there, a third color somewhere, and the striations are cool. Well, there's the roses in black and white. So now, so I put black down, I put the stencil down, and then I picked up, you can see the roses on the gel plate. I put the paper down just to pick up all the black around here. So the black that's still remaining is the actual outline here. So I'm going to give that just a second to dry, and then we're going to go in with the metallic. But we do need it to be dry, so we don't just drag black around.
And I wanted blue to peek through those little ones. So I'm
yes, it is, Julie. Yeah, that is pretty. Oh, that looks like Earth. Looks like a globe.
Oh. There actually was a stencil underneath it in oranges and pinks. So we'll see what it looks like when I pull it.
Pretty. All right, so now we're going to go in with our metallic. This says metallic red, but it always comes out looking more pinky. Oh, look at that. All in the lid. It always comes out looking more metallic pink than red. I think I'm running low on my metallics too.
No!
I know. All right. And you can clean your brayer after every session. You do not have to clean it after everything you do, because as soon as it dries, then that
It
paint is
peels off
dry.
and it's
It
fun.
is not going to transfer to your next print. So I typically keep at least 2 brayers. One I'll use for warm colors and one for cool colors in the same gel printing session. However, once it sits here and that dries, you don't have to worry about it transferring anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So one would probably be better for me, because then it would be less to clean. Because I don't really like cleaning brayers. Okay, so now the hope is to pick up where the black is metallic and where the white is black. So black and metallic red, or it really looks pink. A black and metallic red roses. You guys use special types of acrylic paint, or any can be used, Kia. The actual gel plate is, nope, you are not going to harm it at all. You can use alcohol ink on it. Alcohol ink will stain it, but it will not hurt it. So if it turns a little bit of color, and honestly, after I've had mine for several years, and after a while, it might start to look a little bit not perfectly clear, although I can get it really clear if I put that on and leave it overnight. But if it stains a little bit, it doesn't hurt. It does not compromise the integrity of your gel plate. I think that's what you're asking.
Yes.
And I do not find that the cheaper craft paints are harder to pull, Julie. I guess it depends what you call expensive. I consider these like Apple Barrel pretty cheap. They work great. Stamperia is a good quality paint. It's not expensive, but it's a good quality. Deco Art. I've got a lot of metallics in Deco Art. They pull.
Yeah, I'm using Americana and Deco Art right. Well, Deco Art is Americana.
Yeah. So I don't find any problem with the cheaper or more inexpensive paints. I think that it more depends on how thickly you put the paint down. The thicker the paint is, and when you put your hands on it like this, it's kind of why I keep my hands on it, because I can feel the coolness and I can feel that it's still wet, with that coolness. And so if the paint is thicker, you need to give it time to dry. Yes. The biggest, and that's my hardest part, because I'm impatient.
Right, Jen.
I want to pull it down, put it down and pull it up. The cheaper craft tape are wet and you might have to wait longer. Oh,
paint.
Type.
She meant
paint. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I say. The whole thing is just letting it dry first. So if it's a wetter paint or if it's a thicker layer of paint that you put down, you have to let it dry before you pull it. Most of them that don't pull the way you want will be because you pulled it too early. And that's a good reason. That's one reason why I like to have more than one gel plate out. If I let this one sit here and just dry for 10 minutes, like I did the last one, whatever that one was, and did something else. Actually, I should have been picking something up on here. So this doesn't just keep drying in multiple layers, which it already has. Let it dry. Let it dry, and it will peel off. If you have multiple layers on here and you want to pull the whole thing, put it on with a good coat of paint, let it sit overnight, and you will get the entire thing picked up in the morning. See, that is way too dry. I let that paint dry before I put the paper down. So now I need to put something else on top of it, or a little bit more of this. Maybe this is running out.
You know what? I actually tried chalk paint last time. I used I grabbed one of my bottles of chalk paint, because you can't tell the difference with them. And it came out, because what it did is it's not opaque. So it was one of the lighter colors that tend to be opaque, and it made it work very well. You could actually see it. So reds and pinks tend to be opaque. And I did grab one of my chalk paints last time.
So,
So yes, you can use the chalk paints. Doesn't absolutely, because they're still acrylic based.
So these, I have 3 metallics, that green, the blue, and this red. These are Daler Rowney, and they're pretty transparent. Not completely transparent, but they're fairly transparent. And I don't know, a lot of times when you do metallic, I don't want them to be transparent. There's some good grunge with that metallic, picking it up. I have a set here of Arteza, and these are iridescent. They're very transparent and iridescent. So they're cool looking, but they're very transparent. So it just, I don't know, I guess it helps to know if it's transparent or not. If you don't, I didn't know on some of these. I just have to do it, and then I see the first time. Then I know when or where to, like this. This is a Stamperia, and it is Oro Blanco. So it is white gold, and it's really cool looking, but it's very transparent. It's like white with that gold shimmer. That's a really pretty one. We've got the Stamperia in the bottle, as well as Stamperia in the tube, and I like them both. Honestly, I don't know if I like one better than the other. All right, I want this to be dry because I want to be able to pull it up. So let's see what we get here. And I can see that we're going to get a ghost print too on the next one. Okay, so there's a metallic. That's metallic red, but it's not really red, is it? It's kind of a metallic rose color with the black of that stencil. I think I want to do it with the blue metallic too. Oh, I have another one that one of my favorites to use with the blue metallic. Did I pull that one out? I don't know if I did. I get so many 12 by 12 stencils.
It would have looked good on a black piece of paper.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. And some of these make me want to have my larger plate so that the whole thing will fit on it. But then I have to have larger paper too.
Mm-hmm.
But like this, 12 by 12, but if I go right the center to the edge and do half of that mandala, is it mandala or mandala?
Mandala is how I say it, but everybody says it differently. It's one of those.
That's how I've always said it, but then I never know. Okay, if I go right there and let that be half of it, that could make a cool, especially if I do a background. Let's see. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to, I would like to get this mandala in black on a metallic back. So I'm going to put black down like I did with the rose, but I'm not going to go over here. I'm going to stay.
I have a good ghost print on this. I think I might put black.
Cool. I'm going to stay within the stencil because I want the background to be a different color. So why are you putting that down? Because it goes on the background. Because then, oh shoot, I did that backwards.
Dang.
You need to put it underneath the stencil so the stencil can hold. There we go. I need it underneath the stencil so the stencil can hold it in. What am I doing? I'm talking and not thinking. Okay, there we go. And then I need to pick up. Oh, I gotta use those little ones too. And I want to pick up the black that's down in between there. so that what stays on there is the black of the stencil pattern. This is where you have to get down in the grooves of the stencil. Okay. All right. Now I don't want to move the stencil. So I pulled up black that was in between. So now there's black underneath the stencil.
Which one again? This one?
Show that one again. The last one. Oh, that's cool looking.
And this is the white one that I said should have been put on black. But I think it would make cool, you know, like, I think that I could do a lot with
yeah,
drawing
I do too.
on this one.
Yeah, that.
I think I could do a lot of doodling on this one.
Yeah, with some dark colors. That would look really cool.
And yes, this is a lot of paint if somebody was saying that about mine. But there's paint, so I'm hoping, because there's paint, the white paint from before is on the other side of this lace one, that it sort of adheres to on the other side. And I know that there's a ghost print underneath there. So I'm just testing to see what it's going to look like. I'm not
especially with cheap paint.
Anything. I'm not.
Yeah, it's just that experimentation. With cheap paints, you don't worry about experimenting.
Right. This stencil is actually from plaid. It's a plaid stencil, which is I've had the lace stencil that I'm using now. I actually used it at my mother's house on her wall to do some
paint stenciling on her walls. That's cool.
I did stencil, but I pushed things through it. I pushed like I'm trying to think of the technique. It's almost like an Adobe technique. So I used and I pushed it through it, and then so it looked really aged. I did it in purple. I had a light purple on her wall, and then I pushed this through in a couple places with stucco on it, and then sanded it down and worked with it. And so she had blocks because it was a cinder block wall. We were trying to sort of make the wall look not so cinder blocky and put this down in the way we did it, which is actually a lot like I'm doing now, sort of. It made some really cool things on her wall, and they looked almost like there was wallpaper underneath the color. That's cool. Because I did the Venetian plaster. That's what it was. I did a Venetian plaster look.
So this is red underneath here. It's a Jelly Arts, and it is red underneath there. And yeah, you can pop the brayer out to wash it. This one as well pops out. All of mine, I think almost all of them do. And this one, that one's plastic. This one's metal with the red handle. And the roller itself is kind of a tan color. Different brands. I think that one's a Speedball.
Mine is Speedball.
And I really want to get a 6-inch roller for the larger plates. Okay. I'm going to let this one. And then I do have one that's about half the size of that. It's out there soaking. It's so coated. So many layers. I don't typically clean them until they get so bad that they won't spin around. This one's fairly clean, and that one I just finished cleaning. So I'll probably take them out and wash them after today because I got the others to clean too, and that will save those from getting built up again. Ton of Prima stencils and yes. Okay, so if you have if you put a pan of water on your desk when you're doing this, and when you're done with the stencil, just slip it into the water and let it sit there. then if you do that right away, then when you go out afterwards, you can pretty much just rinse them off. I always forget to bring the water in, like I did today, and then I forget to take them out afterwards and rinse them off. But be careful not to slip them in the water if you want to use them again. A lot of times we'll use the same stencil, multiple times to try some different techniques.
And some of the paint might pull off that's already on it, which makes it look even better.
Yeah.
Mine I'm putting on the back because there was a lot of paint on it. On what's underneath it. So I know I almost want to use what's here right now. I'd love to get this color somewhere. How could I get this color off this?
Really, really pretty.
Could I brayer like white over it and see if it will come off?
Is that on the gel plate?
No, that's on the stencil.
Oh.
I wonder if
it's
brayered white over it. If it would lift it off.
I doubt it. You'll probably just get the white.
Yeah.
You could this. I've tried this and it works a little, but not great. I tried spritzing it with water.
That's what I did before I put the other one down. Is I spritzed it with water a little bit
I missed a whole bunch of black right in there. Yeah.
See, I had spritzed it with water to get this imprint.
Yeah.
But this back is old. So, you know what I mean? It's like 6 times ago. Maybe I might try it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I love getting the ghost prints. I mean, it looks like you've got the layer. When you have ghost prints from 2 or 3 or 4 times ago, then you've got so much in there. It looks layered. You can pull once and look like you have 3 or 4 layers already. So I'm going to see what I can get up here in ghost prints. I put a little bit too much there. I'll put some over here and see if I can pick up. There's always that fine line between not having enough paint on and having too much paint.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool looking.
Now the reason why I got the blue and the gray is because I put the graphite and the blue together when I did it together so that it wasn't so I liked it and
not all mixed up. But
right.
Yeah, just like striated and yes. I like that a lot.
Okay, now let's try something else. Let's see if I put white on top of this.
I like clearing off my desk and then putting like all my gel plates out all in a row, and then I let things sit and completely dry while I go to the next one, because I don't even know how many I have at this point, because sometimes I've had to get another one so somebody could use it at retreat or whatever. So like the 8-inch round one, this is 9 by 11, but I've got an 8 by 10. I've got the 14 by 16. At least one more 5 by 7. More of these little guys. Okay, we need to use these little guys. All right, so let's see what we get on this ghost print here. Oh, wow, that's
well. And Kia, could you move stuff outside and do this outside, like on a bigger thing? Because it depends on where you are in Spain, whether you have nice weather all the time. But I'm thinking that you could even do that. Is take it outside.
Let me show you what I have right here too.
For more space.
Camera and see if I can tilt this. Come on.
Marianne doesn't have as much space. I have a lot of space.
I don't have a ton of space. So look, see this little shelf thing right here? There's 8 trays. And so as I pull a gel print, I can slide it in one of these to dry. And then they dry super, super fast.
Yeah.
And so I just recently got that, but before I had that, I would literally just pull these off and I would set it on top of something. So I would set one here and one here. And then by the time I do the next one, this one's dry. I just put it on top of it. And by the time I do the next one, that one's dry. So I just put it on top of it. The other thing is they're not always perfectly flat when you pull them off because they've got the paint and all the stuff. So I don't worry about flattening them out. I just let them sit there, because then the next one that sits on it is not going to be sticking to it because they're perfectly flat, and makes them dry because plenty of air is getting in between them. And then when you're done, if you want to press them or iron them, or, some people do, some people don't, you could do that to make them perfectly flat. But they never do stick together. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I'm in a desert climate in Utah. I was in Arizona. I'm in Utah, and despite what people think, Utah is a desert. It's a high arid desert climate, and the air is really dry here, even in the winter. And they dry fast. They do dry like 10 seconds, like you said. And that's why if I put things down and then I'm talking and not working on it, paying attention, it will dry before I get a chance to pull it. They dry fast. All right, let's see what Glynis has been doing.
And I'm exactly opposite. I'm in North Carolina, and today is a very rainy, cold, wet, dreary day. So everything is taking a long time to dry for me.
So Glynis tried the pulling the black with the what is it? Yeah, the plastic wrap technique, which we did at the beginning. Love both of those, Glynis. Oh, cool. Very cool.
They want to know where you found that shelf.
That's cool. Hang on a sec. Let me show you the rest of hers. Let me look. It's either We Are Memory Keepers or We Are Makers or American Crafts. But I will double check. Glynis, you've got some great polls today. May I even say some of your very best? I like what you've gotten today.
Wow, Glynis. Did you hear that? Kudos, Glynis.
And I also wanted to try putting this cheesecloth down and putting the paint on top of it, like the plastic wrap.
Glynis will go and put those on the Facebook group so that we can see them.
Yes, so you can see them closer up, see them better. And we do that after we have a live. Everybody posts what they've been making. Sarah, Sarah's not been chatting, so I assume that she's busy gel plating. Let's see.
And I'm just pulling things that I've already done right now. Even if they have a pretty pattern on them already, I'm just putting them over the top to try to see how much, if I get any of this stuff off.
Okay. Yes, these are We Are Makers, which was We Are Memory Keepers. It's now We Are Makers. And they are on HSN right now, which might be beneficial. It looks like they are. Might be beneficial because they may ship to all countries, right? So you can check out at HSN, and they come in a set of 4. What do they come in 2? I don't know. They've got 4. It says 4 for $19.95, and then if you've never ordered from HSN before, you can get $10 off your first $20 order. So We Are Makers, We Are Memory Keepers, We Are Makers. That's where these came from, if you want to check them out. I like them because I don't have a ton of space, and that really does help out. Well, I've got a huge desk, but I've got so many other things on here. And my paint takes up half the desk because I want all the paints around that we might be using. All right, let's look at some techniques with these little guys. This one still has some black paint from last time. All right, so there's several different ways that you can use these. You can, let's find some paper that needs to have some mark making. Some of these backgrounds we've already pulled that could use mark making on it.
Well, Kia, what you can do is put saran wrap over your keys so you can still see your keys.
Uh-huh.
See, we come up with amazing
Yeah.
ideas on here.
Yeah, that's why this group is so amazing, Kia. If I can't think of what it is, somebody else will think of how to do it. And
I have a silicone mat that goes. Yep, I have a silicone mat that goes over mine that I can take off and wash really easily.
And I don't, but you can, like she said, you can put a piece of plastic wrap, like the saran wrap, this just plastic wrap stuff. Just lay that over the top of your computer. I hadn't even thought of doing that. And that would be a really good idea. Okay,
same with my remote control. My remote control for my TV and stuff is actually in a plastic bag so that it doesn't get painty.
That's a good idea. Mine is hanging up. Well, let's see.
Okay, so I just took that. Whoops. I just took that lace stencil. I threw it on my floor with some paper underneath it. I wet both sides of it, and then I put paper on top of it. And then I just stepped all over it, so it's like sandwiched between the two paper. We'll see if any of that grunge comes off.
Yeah, get some extra.
I couldn't do it up here because I wanted to use my weight, which is a lot, to try to.
No, but it's more weight than we can do with our hands.
Right, and I wanted to make sure that I could get it all put down. My floor is just plain wood. It's got nothing on it. It's the under thing. So if paint gets on it, I don't care. In fact, the more paint on it, the more fun it is. I am a messy, so it doesn't bother me. I even have dog prints on my floor in different places because they've gotten their paws in it and done that. So
okay, so I put a stencil down. We're gonna watch you pull that. Are you ready to pull it?
Oh, I'm gonna put yellow down and then I'll pull it. Yes.
Okay. I put a stencil down and I'm putting purple paint over it. I know it's going to show up blue on YouTube, but trust me, it's really purple. Purple always shows up as blue. I don't know why, but it does. And I'm covering the whole stencil. But what I'm going to do then is bring my little round one, and I'm seeing the black paint's on this side. So I'll use the clean side right now. And I'm going to put that right in the middle and see if I can take that little flower right out of the middle. And I'm just going to press that down. Ooh, I might have pressed too hard. If you press too hard, it just smushes the paint and then it becomes all blurry instead of, a nice clean print. So I might have already smushed it too hard. Yeah, I did. Oh, well, I'm going to just put that on here. Get that off. And I'll do this again. Doesn't take a lot of paint. Let me wipe. Where's my towels? Any plastic plates? Yes, they are great on the gel plate. I've got some right here.
If anybody saw me last night, I was wearing the same clothes. After I do one of these is when I go and take my shower. So yes, I do have to go take a shower after this. And I tend to
we had a retreat hangout last night, so.
Yeah. So I tend to. Yep. So I'm really messy. It's just the way I am.
Okay, so this is the center of the stencil. Just pulled it out of that, and we can go to a print that could use. Trying to find something that the purple would look okay on. I didn't think about color when I put the purple down. And then we turn this over. Actually, I should grab an art journal. I've got one right there. That's really what I should do. Do it in an art journal. And then just set it down on your art journal page or your whatever, on a card or a gel print, whatever it is. And press it down. You can put it on an acrylic block if you want. And so we just got the center of that. So I can use this to pick it up and then this to put it down. That's one way to do it. There's a lot of.
So I want to get this in one big pull. I don't want a bunch of little sheets. So I went behind me and picked up a big, huge envelope like this. Now, the orange, it's sort of orange, so it may not look right. and it's white underneath it, but I'm
Change your
just going to
color.
try it. Yeah. Same color family, so it might not be, but I wanted to get it as big as possible, which if with this, I could end up making it into a journal cover. So I'm not worried about it that I grabbed this. That's why I keep a lot of my stuff like this behind me on the shelves.
So easy to grab.
Yep.
She could have chosen brown paper bag.
Yep.
That's one of my
But
favorite stencils. Yeah, I love the mandalas.
I've been doing brown paper bag all day, so I wanted to
So something different. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the rest of this, but while that sits there and dries, let's do this. Let me wipe this one off.
That's funny.
If you don't like your hands to get painty, then gloves are great. When I'm just doing acrylic ink, I don't mind. I don't care because I can go to the sink and this is going to wash off with water. I'll use soap, but it'll wash off with water. Washes off so easy because it's just acrylic paint. That's why.
So I do like how it pulls because it's still got some of the green underneath it. So you can actually see a little, you can see the pattern on it, but it's not bright. And you could put something over this, like if you were going to use this as a book cover, like something in the center, and then have that as the background. I like it. It's sort of like, I'm trying to think, that green and white sort of looks like moss or sort of like something from the ocean. Sometimes you get that crud on your boats. And it's that color.
Lichen. No, what's
like scale? Yeah. So that's not bad on that.
Okay, so that one and this one, I am going to put this down.
Also, I don't know if overseas they have it, but Dawn dishwashing soap has the 3-time you spray it and it comes out into foam already, and that takes anything off, including ink.
Yes,
I tend to use that for everything to get it off, because it does it takes everything off, including the ink, which is a hard thing to take off sometimes. I have gone out to dinner with people and to big events with inky hands that are blue, or they don't have Dawn dishwashing soap there. Yeah, you could also use lava soap. I don't know if you guys have any of that too.
Yeah.
Lava soap is great because it's got the pumice right in it.
Okay, so the first one. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I put the purple in here for a reason. I knew the black is going to be a lot more thicker and you're going to get it through it. So I was really trying to thin the dark gray out with the purple, because the purple is sheer, because I wanted sort of a sheer, but I wanted it to be dark and I didn't want it to be purple. So we'll see what this pulls like. Okay, off to you.
Okay, so the first one, I put the stencil down and I did the purple paint all over it. And then I used the small one just to pick up off the stencil. And so with the gel plate, we actually got the imprint of this, just the center of the stencil right there. This time, I'm putting the little gel plates on I just put them on top of the other gel plate that's drying. And I set stencils on top of them. And now I'm going to put the paint directly on. Let's use one of these metallics. Let's see. Let's have blue metallic roses. I'm actually going to put it over here and layer it a bit without just putting it right down on those roses and flooding underneath the stencil. Of course, I got too much. I always do.
And I'm just leafing through the things that I've already done to see if there's anything that I want to pull off, but probably not. or if I've done a good background print for something and I want to
Okay. I'm going
add
to
to
pick
it.
that up so that I don't just bump it and smear it. And I didn't pull any really small pattern stencils because I wasn't planning to use those. So those are pretty large patterns, which is a little harder to actually, it's harder to see because you've got a very small plate there. Where's that baby wipe I was using? I don't know where it went. So I'm going to grab this little sponge that's sitting here. This is a kind of a thicker stencil. So I was going to use that baby wipe to get down in here, but I'll just grab this sponge that was sitting here and pounce it. So even your brushes that work well for stencils, pouncing would be good for this. This is not the best stencil to be using on this. Those are little teeny tiny holes over there. And get that one out of the way. And then do some on this. Let's see. Need some more paint.
This is from a big, huge journal that I have that I do a lot of mandalas on myself. But I haven't done them in a long time, so I'm going to actually pull this and use this piece of paper.
Oh. Probably not the best idea to do 4 at one time because you need to then get over here and print it before it dries. Either that or you let it dry and then put a background coat on it to pull the print off of the little one. You would then bring it over and put it down. See, I let that dry too long before I brought it over. Probably all of them. My hair is really dry, and if I don't do them quickly, they are going to dry. Yeah. You could get these little records.
Julie, you could also look for, if you're looking for a soap that's going to help, if you look for what's called a farmer's soap or a, what's the other one? A gardener's soap.
Mechanic soap. Mechanic soap. If you go in somewhere and ask somebody for the mechanic soap, yeah, they have amazing stuff that takes the grease off.
So, and some people make it even if you go to a farmer's market. Some people may make it on their own, but those are, that's what I would, I know, we have lava soap, but it's on in our outside, for when I'm doing stuff outside with the little thing we have out there to wash our hands off with. So, in a little box.
Okay, let's see if we can get this guy up here. Oh, pretty, pretty. I like that.
Ooh.
I like doing them this one. We did a Monday Jumpstart where I did this one with paint on a 12 by 12 piece of paper and did it in 3 or 4 different colors, ombre effect, which is really
painter's gloves on. Yes.
Really that's like it that way. Yeah, you could put painter's gloves. You could put, just the regular, what are they? I was going to say acetate. They're not.
Yeah.
But,
acrylic
not like
or whatever. One of those.
Yeah. Gloves. Just those regular gloves that you wear. You can wear those. But and like I said, I don't mind because the paint washes right off. Alcohol ink doesn't wash off as easily for me, but the paint does. So I don't mind the paint.
Takes off most of it for me. Except for sometimes I'll find it underneath my nails if I haven't cut them back real hard, real low. And yes, my nails are growing out, guys. I'm trying really hard not to bite on them.
Awesome. They look very nice.
But nail polish doesn't stay on because I do all this stuff and wash them. So we're going to just keep putting oils on them, hoping that they...
Gel polish. It's the only polish that'll stay on, and it's cheap on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
We can try it when you're here, see if you like it.
Okay.
I can put gel polish on, and it'll last 3 weeks until I go, because it's grown out.
Yeah.
And if I get it on right, it doesn't chip or anything. But that's the only way I can keep polish on. If it's not gel, I'm done. Yeah, I'm so hard on my nails. I know everybody says they are not tools. Well, they are.
Mine are.
In my case, they are tools. I'm sorry. I can't help it. So I just put that blue metallic paint down, and all I'm doing is brayering over this stencil because it's kind of sticky dry now because it's been there for a few minutes. And so the brayer is going to pick up some paint. And also the stencil is going to pick up some paint. So you can see the records on here. You can see them now on the gel plate. And so as soon as that completely dries, I can put let's see, what do we want to pick that up with? Maybe iridescent.
Oh, interesting.
White gold. What? Oh, I like that a lot.
It looks like Victorian wallpaper, sort of.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like I see the undertones of that dark maroon, purpley kind of.
And there's still some yellow and orange on it.
I'm just going to say I see the undertones of yellow, little orange, not as much.
Yeah.
But, that's cool. Oh.
I do like that. Woohoo! Good print.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, we've got a number of videos in there on gel plating from Real Basics. Just got a gel plate, need some basic instruction, all the way to doing some more techniques. So feel free to browse the YouTube channel and find what works for you. Yeah, we're excited to have you here.
Yes.
I hope you jump into the Facebook group with us. Hope we get to see you on Mondays. Since it's the time difference, it would be every Monday at 8 p.m. for you. And it's at noon my time, but 8 p.m. So that'll be awesome. We're going to see on Mondays. Mondays is a day, we do a lot of art journaling, and we try. Monday is a real experimental day. And we're not afraid to experiment because we know that we care for each other and nobody is mean to each other. So Monday, we do a lot of, I've never done this before. Let's try it. And as Margie says, Marianne's showing us what not to do. So,
yes,
I don't know. We've never done it before. So I'm willing to try it out and see what we can make of it. And then we figure it out. So,
figure out what we've done wrong. If anybody knows another idea to try it.
What works, what doesn't work, what we like, what we don't like, what works better. Boy, that paint is on good. I'm going to have to let that sit overnight because it's just on there.
Basta. Stop. Don't even start. By the way, you probably don't know, Kia, I have tons of doggies at my house. And they like to be up
growling back there. Who's growling?
Oh, let's see. Which one was it? Oh, it was Micro was growling because Mia, my dog,
getting
my dog Mia, moved.
Yeah. Oh, so, I'm all comfortable here. Don't you be moving and
that's
disrupting
exactly what happened.
My space or my air. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excuse me. No.
That was funny. That was good. You're excused.
Yeah. Sometimes better out than in. That's all I can say.
Yeah, no kidding. That's cool. All right.
What part of Spain are you in, Kia? Madrid, or are you up in the mountains? Or are you closer to the beach? There's lots of parts of Spain.
I think she said closer to the beach.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that. I was probably doing something.
Let's see. Nail art, nails with stamped metal paint.
Mediterranean
Yeah.
beach
Oh,
or
also protect the natural nails from getting stained with paints and inks. Me too, Kia. If I don't keep them polished, I cannot keep nails at all because my natural ones, they get stained, but they split and they crack and they peel and they're just awful. They hurt when they do all that stuff. So
Andalusian. Okay, I do know where that is.
later,
My
since I'm
sister
under
was
the
stationed in Spain at the
her
Air
sewing
Force
lessons.
Base there
Oh,
for a
cool.
while.
Just got a sewing machine, so she's going to sewing lessons on Mondays. That's fine. You can
Oh,
join the
that's
Facebook group
cool.
and post or look at what people are posting in the Facebook group anytime. But the
Yes.
Monday jump starts, you could go back and watch them anytime you want. And we do have people who work during the day and they aren't able to be at the Monday jump start, and they might just watch it, the next day or something. So yeah, 10-minute walk from the beach. Andalusia. Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Where was she stationed, your friend?
My sister was stationed. Yeah, I'm not sure. But she brought me a bunch of dolls from Spain. That's what I was going to try to say is that she did bring me a lot of dolls from Spain. And they weren't like the typical ones that you get when you're a tourist there.
Right.
They were a little different. So, real,
really
dolls.
Cool
I can't explain that. Yeah, cool dolls. Because I collect dolls. If nobody, I don't know where the station was. I just know she was Air Force, so I think that's closer to the mountains or closer to Madrid because she used to go into Madrid quite often. So, and I can't ask her, so that's too late. That's gone.
Oh, so that's from 6 to 8. Well, so as soon as you get home, we'll still be going. You would just jump in late, but that's okay. You can jump in late, catch up. A lot of people jump in late, start watching it on double time just to get you caught up, or go back and watch the beginning later, but jump in so you can chat with us. That would be awesome. Yeah, but join the Facebook group and then you can check out people's posts and see different things people are making and post some of your creations.
Yes.
You can do it anytime, day or night, with people around the world. Some people are nights when we're days and days when we're nights. Even some people here are nights when we're our days when we're nights.
Margie.
Glynis. Well, that was interesting. Merge those two together. Need to stamp something yellow on that. We'll get there. All right, let's see if this one's dry yet.
Glennis posted hers on, her hands started to hurt after a while, so she posted hers on Facebook already.
I used the white gold to pick that up, and the white gold has a real shimmer to it. Good background though. This will need something yellow, so I want
And if you're ever asking, what do I do with all of these? They sit in a box until I decide I want to look at them. If I want to add more to them, I'll pull them out on a day like today. I didn't have any that I wanted to add to.
Oh, I do. I pull them out.
Yeah, we pull them out, and they end up
going in smaller pieces.
Yep.
Yep. Or a page in a book.
Yep.
Or punching out a cool shape to use in collaging or on a tag or in an art journal.
Yep.
What else? Lots of things.
I like them as backgrounds, and recently, well, with Jen's paper. Hey, have we ever used Jen's paper? I know it's like.
I know. I have some sitting right here, and I thought about it, and I thought, I don't want to waste Jen's paper on this.
It would look cool because you're pulling up. It's already on something that's.
Instead of having to put a background on it, Like the
Right.
ones
It's
that are
already
pulled
got a
directly on the
background.
white paper, the background is already there. And the color of the paint is going to come out differently depending on what color you're pulling it on.
Right.
So the paint is not going to look exactly the same. And I don't think it would, well, the metallics would probably work on the dark colors,
Mm-hmm.
but not so much on the light.
Please do it. I want to see when I get down to my destination. So she wants us to try it.
All right. All right, fine. Jen wants us to. I'm willing. I actually moved my whole container of Jen's paper off my desk in order to do this. So, all right, Jen, you asked for it.
Mine I'm able to get to pretty quickly. So
Yeah, mine's right here.
I'm going to pull this one and
I'm
then
going to pull this stuff up to try to clean the plate a bit.
That's funny.
Mm.
Oh, I found when I wanted to redo my kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
I drew in this pad.
Oh, cool.
So I'm just going to use that piece. We'll see what happens.
Well, I did like that piece, but I think I just covered it up enough that I don't.
I actually forgot I had this monster pad, and I found it while I was cleaning out stuff
Oh, that's cool.
the other day. Because I had put it up on top of bookshelf, and it sort of got tucked under, you know what I mean? So you couldn't really see it.
Yeah.
Stuff
That's
got put on
cool,
top
yeah.
of it.
Let's- Okay, so
Oh, that's cool. That's really nice of him. It is.
yeah.
That's a good boyfriend. Hold on to him if he's going to give you craft stuff.
Really.
Or like I hold on to my husband because he lets me go to retreat.
Thinking maybe.
Yes, I could be making a blueprint. That's true. Look at that. I love it. And actually, yes, where I had drawn on it before, you can see the draw marks.
So it's like marks behind the scenes.
Yep. Yep. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Look at that. This paper is pulling really nicely. Much better than the others.
It's a nice thick paper.
Yeah, it is. It is. I have a lot of grit and grime on my thing too. I'm getting excited about the final countdown. I am going to put my polka dot one down. I have not used it yet today. What color? What color? What color? What color? Actually, I've only used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors today. Holy Hannah banana. Only 8.
All right.
Let's do primary blue. Thank you. Yeah, I had used these two, Victorian blue and bluegrass, to get that bluish color.
It's very pretty.
This is thick. I gotta put something that's gonna thin it out a little bit. Let's see what we do. We all know blue and yellow and red makes purple, but let's see what it does when we do it this way. Or maybe we all don't know that and you just learned something new for the day.
All right. Let's see what stencil to use.
Yes, Sarah, I'm sure you're doing a countdown already.
We are
yes,
only
don't forget our thumbs up.
7.5 weeks away from retreat. We are all counting down.
And there's still spots if anybody's interested.
We could fit a couple more people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. This place is amazing. It'll hold a lot of people. We still have beds available.
Mm-hmm. You recognize? Are you using Jen's papers already? Yes, she's got them out.
I have them out. Yeah. I am deciding what stencils, and I'm thinking carefully about what colors.
And I'm going to go grab them after I take this layer of paint off with the stencil underneath it, because I'm doing polka dots, and I figured that would look good over some of Jen's paper. Woohoo!
And oh, that's cool. That is cool.
Nice edge right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, me too, Sarah. Nice, Sarah. She actually found some blueprints at a garage sale. Sweet.
Ooh, that would be fun to pull on, don't you think? I don't think I have any blueprints, but I do have like old posters that might look cool.
I do somewhere.
I wonder how maps would work.
Jen, I'm trying to decide what color to do on this. What color paint? I was thinking of a gold metallic. Even a turquoise that would kind of look like patina and rust might be cool. Glenna says green or gold. Yeah, I was thinking of a turquoise that might look like patina, or a gold metallic. Which one should we go with?
I've got some in here I haven't even taken out of the plastic yet.
Maybe we should use both of them.
I want something clear.
You want what?
I want to pull it clear, so I want to put a
what do you
medium
mean?
down. Oh, like I'm going to put a clear medium down and then put Jen's paper on top of it so that it comes up as
so it doesn't. So you get what's off on the plate, not a background color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more transparent. Or I could use one of the transparent colors, which would be a yellow. Oh, I bet I have a really light.
Something, yeah, transparent. That's a good idea.
Oh, you know what? I'll just go get my metal paints because that will work. I know that.
They are.
They are a lot more transparent.
All right.
I have no
This
more room.
is metallic gold, and it's a Stamperia turquoise. It is really pretty. And let's do it on this one. And I'm going to make sure it has plenty of time to dry. I don't think I went all the way to the edge, but that's okay. Yeah, the teal green that I just put down is turquoise from Stamperia. They have turquoise, they have Indian turquoise, a couple of others, but that's a really, really pretty. Yeah,
too much.
Let's see the wrinkles. That's because it's wet. The winkles will disappear when it's dry.
Winkle. Too much paint.
Okay, well that's drying. So if you start pulling your paper up and part of your paper sticks to your gel plate, and so your paper is splitting, that means you pulled it too soon. It's still wet. It needs to dry. So put it back down. Let it just sit there for a while till it dries. Depends on the kind of paper. It depends on the kind of paint, even the color of paint. But I can tell you these papers, Jen dyed these papers. These papers are holding a lot of pigment inside the paper, inside the fibers. So when I put it on here, it's not just the liquid of the paint, because there wasn't that much on there, but it is also activating, working with the dye that's inside the paper. So when you put the wet in there, the inside of the paper that has all that dye becomes wet again. And that's part of the reason why it's really wet and get these wrinkles. Don't worry about these wrinkles. They will come out when it's dry for sure. But it gives you, it's actually really nice to have them because it gives you a good gauge of whether it's dry enough to pull. She dyed these with RIT dye, R-I-T, just regular RIT dye. She does a beautiful job. Beautiful job of dyeing papers, all different colors. So, oh, dang it, I forgot to put the stencil down first. That's not even what I wanted to do.
Uh-oh, spaghetti.
I put the paint down, and then I was thinking about something else, and I put the paper down without putting the stencil down first. Oh, well, we'll see how this paper holds the paint. I'm going to grab another one of that color, though, because I really wanted to do it with the stencil. Shoot. I am a little tired today, but oh, dang it. See, Jen, that's why I wasn't doing it. I don't want to waste your paper. You're amazing, amazing paper.
Well, there's a preview.
I might do it on the other side of that one because none of these are as dark.
And that's with a really light metal. That's actually really cool. I likey.
Okay, what did you do?
So I used this edge to just get this edge off because I couldn't just let it sit there.
Sure.
So I used the edge of this one, and you see how it's got the clear. I
Mm-hmm.
used a really light metal,
Yep.
and it's
So
sort of
it's
cool. It looks almost
transparent.
like science fiction like to me. Like it could be the cover of a.
Oh, can you see the roses in there?
Ooh.
We're going to get a ghost print of roses with that turquoise and gold, I think. That would be really cool if we did. If not, it's still sitting on the plate.
This was on one of her purple ones. That's almost the whole thing is
Ah,
purple.
wow, that's pretty.
Yeah, I like that. That's going to be a tag for next week.
Oh, yeah, that'll be cool.
Okay, now we have
All
the
right.
orangey red lava.
I still see the roses. Maybe if I hold it up like that, you guys can still see the roses on the plate. There's still going to be ghost prints of roses.
So this was on one of her lava-like ones. And I love how it activated the red on this really dark, dingy corner because it picked it up with the gold paper. It picked it up with the gold ink, or it reconstituted it.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Woohoo. Fun, fun, fun.
Well, Daddy took the tea away.
Yep.
It's all fun and games. When somebody pokes their eye out. I heard him. That was cute. All right. I'm going to put this stencil down. I feel like a lot of the gold got lost. Maybe I layered it too much. But I'm going to put this one on top of the stencils, what I intended to do the first time. I had gotten the piece of paper that was the most solid color. The back is too. I could have done it on the back. I'd need to give it a little time to dry though.
So I put this one, the dot one, on the floor and just threw some paper on top of it and stepped on it a little bit to try to get some of the paint off of it.
Sure.
And it made these cool little just ghost holes on some of my scrap paper.
Very cool. Oh, Jen, you're going to like this.
Yeah, the one that I have, also with Temu, they might tell you it's it comes and it's only 3x3, and that one is a 12x12. So I have bought from Temu once. I did not have a problem with it, but I probably will never buy from Temu unless forced.
Kia, the Facebook group is international.
Yes.
Most definitely. We have Glennis is in Canada. She's on our admin team, and you see her in chat here. Margie she's Midwest, but Filuk Feline Family, who you're talking to, you can call her Fifi or FFF or whatever you want to call her. Her real name is Margie. So in the group, you will see her as Margie. She's also on the admin team. Yeah, we've got people all over the world. Sara Rosario is here often, and she's in Puerto Rico. There's people in all different countries.
Mm-hmm.
Julie right here that you have been talking to today. She's in Australia. People in the UK. Suddenly you try to think of the countries and you can't think of them. All right. Are you ready to see it?
Yes.
Jen, is Jen even around?
I don't know. She was just there, so.
Okay. Jen should be here for the reveal.
Well, do you want it to pull over? see it.
No, just to, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's
That's
golden turquoise.
nice.
I would have liked to spread that turquoise out a little bit more. Sometimes it blended in a little bit. That's cool. And that looks really neat on this paper. It makes it look even more rusty.
Yep. Looks almost
like
American Indian, like it could be one of their
yes. So that's what I intended to do with the first one, is use the stencil. Yeah. Okay, so now, oh, look at that. That's cool. That's cool.
Yes, boho. It's very boho.
I can use the back of this one and pick this up.
That's not working. I can't remember if I used it the last time.
Jan, did you see this one?
She says she can't look until later.
She said, what I can't look at, I can look at later. And no, you can't stare at it, but maybe you can glance. And then I'm picking up what was under the stencil with the back of this first one. But yeah, she can go look at later. I pulled 3 other colors of yours, Jen, to try some different colors with. Let's see here. Oh, that's going to be a big old ghost print on something. Even that looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Gold and the turquoise.
I actually like that one better than the first one
because
it's
more like an Indian rug.
Yeah.
It's more ghosty. This one is more printy. Okay.
We also like making up a lot of words like ghosty and printy.
Well, you know, ghost prints and
yeah.
Okay, so we make up words, but everybody knows what we mean, right?
Exactly.
Everybody who's here thinks the same and knows exactly what we mean.
Yep.
Wonder if I wonder.
Yes, Jen, we are using metallics now to do that for sure.
I used a turquoise that was not a metallic and a metallic gold. And yeah, that's what we were talking about, is using metallics, because especially on the darker paper, it's going to be hard for. I think I'm going to try this silver, even though there's some gold on there. Well, let me do this. Oh, that needed to be shaken up for sure. Yeah, it's like the Taiwanese. Everybody understands it. Love that word. That's a good one. All right. Let's see if I can get this with a regular piece of paper.
I am just going to pick up these dots very lightly. I'm not pressing down very much. Because I just want a little of them on the green paper. I pulled up other colors, which is sort of cool. Because I want them to be ghosts on the next one that I do.
Yeah.
What color do I pull?
Yeah, pan pastels will transfer. That's a whole nother thing that we need to do, is a live where we only use pan pastels on the plate. But yes, they will. Pan pastels, I've got some right here. Dying to use them to try to on the plate, but I'm not going to grab them at too many things at one time. But yes, they will. They work great on your gel plate. All right, let's see. It really needs to dry. So get more of it up. With the type of knees. Yes, great knees, Jen. Great knees. Typo knees. Yeah. Of course, it's not going to translate like that, but yeah, it actually hasn't been too bad today. A word here and there. Yeah, that's so thick. I'm going to have to put paint on that and let that sit overnight. Okay, the more this dries, the more I like it. It really does need to dry. But I really like that one that's just the ghosty. Okay, this is still really
Sarah says
wet.
she's never heard of pan pastels.
Really?
They're pastels that are actually, instead of a
Sarah, are you familiar with
crayon.
pastels? Pastels
Yeah.
in general.
They're not in a crayon form. They're in a big, huge, it looks almost like a makeup pan.
Yeah, a cosmetic.
Like a blush pan.
Or a powder.
Yeah. And it is a powdery form.
So, and they will screw together to stack, to store, but here's a...
And it's got a lot of pigment. You are correct, Julie.
Lot
what is
of
on my
pigment,
brayer?
yeah.
Okay,
This
so
one's
I've been
very
rolling
blue.
here, and there's something on my
Oh.
brayer, and it's making a mark.
Oh. Wow.
Oops.
We knew what you meant, Jen. You don't have to explain Otto to us. We got him. We all live with him too. See, another reason I like to have 4 or 5 or 8 different plates out, because I can be doing one thing on one and then try something else on another one while they're drying.
Yes.
And it
You are
helps
right.
me be more patient with the drying process, because this is still quite wet. Ooh,
Oh,
it's gonna look cool when that's dry.
that's nice and grungy.
Yeah,
That was just on my little plate.
that's cool. Mm.
Okay, I'm not doing it on Jen's. I'm going to pull from my big monster thing, because I think this is going to look cool.
All right, so let's get... I had already pulled another couple stencils. Where did I set them?
Ooh, sorry if you guys got that little jolt that I just did with my camera.
Oh.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah,
You know what?
pan pastel lasts forever.
It tipped.
Oh, I've never used them on polymer clay, Kia. Great idea. Huh. Great idea. I'm gonna have to try that. All right, I'm gonna need
Darkroom door closing down.
It's probably a store in Australia.
Mm.
I'm not familiar with it. Let's see here. So I want this little silver. All right. Okay, so I've got a new stencil. I brought the one with the parts back. I'm going to use silver. Make silver hearts.
You can just barely see those little dots on there.
Oh,
nice
yeah, that's cool though.
Background.
You've got so many colors in there. Love it.
Yep.
The layers just make, yeah, so grungy. That's really awesome.
Oh, what time is it? It's almost 5 o'clock, my time.
Oh, holy cow.
Yeah.
We typically end 45 minutes ago.
That's how you know we're having fun.
Yeah, when we don't want to end. All right, let's hope this silver picks up on this gorgeous color of paper. I don't know which color it is. Purple Passion. It's not purple. It's maroony. It's magenta-y purple.
Yeah.
Magenta purpley. I don't know. Somewhere in the middle, but it sure is pretty.
I think I'm going to do one more
Okay.
stencil, and then I'm going to be done. I'm going to have to be done.
All right, Jen. Here is silver metallic on, I don't know what this, it's more of a berry colored paper.
She called that one blackberry wine. Yes,
Blackberry
Jen
wine.
is now naming her colors on her stuff, thanks to,
really
I
pretty.
think, what was it? Us that decided she was going to do it.
That is cool. Look at the grungy or distressed hearts. They're not grungy. They're distressed hearts in silver metallic on the blackberry wine is very pretty. Very pretty, Jen. I like that a lot. When that's completely dry, I might do something on the back as well. And I think the green needs metallic gold. What stencil do I want to use?
Yes, there was a song about blackberry wine.
Yep.
On the country charts.
I'll do this one. And we will use gold metallic. Also kind of rose gold metallic. Try this one. Ooh, sounds kind of thin.
So I put some pale gold and I put some of that primary blue in with it. So it makes a goldish bluish tint.
Ooh,
see
pretty.
what that comes like. Should probably use something else other than my fingernail to pick this up.
Nah. It's actually the best thing. It's not going to stab into your gel plate.
True. Put it down on the floor, step on it on the paper. That's my new method.
There you go. Step 1, step 2, step
what?
3.
Yep.
Step 4 is the floor.
So I really love this one, but I want something more on it.
Yes,
So
Heartfelt Creations is closing and also close to my heart. Oh, there, Margie.
Yes.
Yep. Heartfelt's closing. Close to my heart is closing as well. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, that's okay. This one right here,
Ooh,
I like it, but it's sort of flat to me. So I did this metal with the blue, and I'm going to pick it up.
Cool.
So we're going to get
I like that a
extra
lot.
on that one.
All right. Oh, there you go, Jen. Look at this green and gold. There's vintage wallpaper.
Oh my goodness.
That's one of Diane Reevely's new stencils.
That's gorgeous.
That is really cool, Jen.
Yes, I love that.
All right, and let's see. I feel like this blue would be really pretty with black. Maybe even a Prussian blue. Let me try Prussian blue with that. What stencil we're going to use? How about that one?
The middle doesn't come out very well.
The middle is thicker than
the middle of this
stencil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might not have got enough stuff in it.
All right, I'm going to try a Prussian blue on this. I don't know what color was this blue paper. That
Watery
denim
blue.
color. It's what?
Watery blue, I guess. That's what I just made it.
Yeah, I don't know what Jen's name is to that one, but I'm going to put a Prussian blue over the top of it. And I think it's going to look amazing. Sorry,
Ew.
Julie. Sounds like a mouse in the house.
Ah, which we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Oh, that's good that Spain has gotten better with craft supplies.
Oh, cool.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I know when I went to Italy, which was a long time ago, there wasn't any craft places over there. I could find wool in different stores, but you couldn't find paint as many. Like you had to go to the hardware store to get paint. And that's, they didn't have artist stuff while I was there. In fact, I had to get, for the archaeology dig, I had to go to a school supply store hoping that they had pencils for me to draw all the stuff with. So.
Oh, I love this. I'm going to pull it up while it's distressed. Oh, man. Look at the Prussian blue on this.
Woo! Ooh, that's gorgeous.
And they pulled it up while it was still just wet enough that it would be distressed.
Mm-hmm.
Jen. I don't think I sent you any of the new blues, so it's probably the names, which I can't remember. Yeah, this is an old blue. This is not the new teal. I don't think this is, I think the original old blue. But it looks amazing with that Prussian blue on top of it. I was first thinking black, and then I thought, oh, I've got Prussian blue sitting here.
So I'm going to do half and half of hers. I'm going to do one with an almost all done brick red.
Full color and one
with
striations.
Purple striations, but not really truly 100% striated.
Right.
Actually, the back is more open than the... Which one should I use? I'll use this side down.
So I've got one more. I love that. I love the contrast of the colors, the Prussian blue with that. And it picked up bits of gold from the last one. There's bits of gold everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Really love that one, Jen. Okay, so what other color shall I do with this blue?
Yeah, she hadn't started naming them back then. It was from retreat, right?
Beat the Prussian blue on that. What else is really pretty with blue? Magenta. Oh, that saffron. Be really pretty. I kind of feel like I want to ombre something and then pick it up like that. So here we go. How about that and that?
Hashtag.
Hashtag that, and that. That was a good hashtag there.
I wanted to get the edges, so I made a hashtag.
Yeah, I love this blue one too. Yeah, I really like it. You probably can't see, but it picked up little flecks of gold all the way through it from a previous poll. Hey, Diana. She's also from Australia. Yeah, another one of our international friends. Good to see you. Ombre yellow through dark. I was going to ombre this, the yellow into the orange into the cookie. But I wonder if the cookie just a little bit of cookie. I don't think it'll be too brown. The green, if I did the yellow into green, because I kind of like to see this orange on here as well. So let me pick which stencil.
Ooh, I like that.
That's very cool looking. That's very cool.
That'd make a cute little cover with a pocket on the inside.
Yeah. I think of these. Oh, I'll be right back.
So we went extra long today, so that's how we're picking up all the extra came in from Australia, because we're not usually on now. We're just having too much fun to get off. And we've made a new friend with Kia in Spain, which is fun. We love new friends. I won't sing the song, the Barney song. Or no, the Girl Scout song is the one I was thinking of. The gold one. Okay, there's some green down. Now haven't done this in a while. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see what this does if I pull and scrunch with this bag. And that would be one of my dogs whining while they're asleep. I have this really cool vein of the, what color is it? Pistachio mint that seemed to have run through the other one. So let's see what this does.
I think instead of that, I'm going to do raspberry. That's what I'm going to do. Or maybe the yellow, raspberry, red. Yeah, okay. Just making my mind up. Do I want to ombre them from side to side or from center out?
I'm going to do a quick pickup on this purpley color, because everybody loves purple and green.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. It looks like marble.
Oh, yeah. That's really pretty. Very cool marbly.
On Gen paper.
All right. Yeah, this will have to be our last, at least mine. Poor Lucy's been so patient. It's about time to go get her some lunch. Okay. Come on, get in all the little nooks and crannies, cracks and crevices.
Margie was thinking center out, so that's what she made you do it. You had to do it that way.
She gets in my brain and tells me what to do all the time. I knew that, Margie. You noticed that I didn't even hesitate. She was thinking that, and away I went. All right. I am about out of this raspberry. Let's hope I get enough for this project. That's all we need. Come on. I'm sure I've got another raspberry over there. I have to get
clear out so her son can get to his room, because she's been doing so much paper.
Oh, that's right. Because she is bringing him back for a day.
Mm-hmm. For a little bit.
For a day, he could sleep on the couch. It's only a day. Okay. I do have another raspberry. Oh, good. Come on. We need some raspberry here. I don't want it all to dry. I'm trying to get it out there.
Oh, you know what? I have this down. All right. Huh. That's really bizarre.
Bizarre? How bizarre? How bizarre? How bizarre? All right. This guy. Oh man, I just pushed that down so hard that I smushed it went under the stencil. Darn it. Not gonna be a clean print.
Oh.
What, Jen, where do you
He
think
will
he's
be in his own place soon enough and probably won't even live in New Hampshire anymore. He's going to enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, he graduates. Where do you think he's going to live? Get out of your head. You're in my head, Margie. You're the one that told me to do that. Yeah, I'll probably still get a ghost pull of this one.
So remember how I wet down the lace stencil, and then I stepped on it and left it down there. It's sort of stuck to it.
Yeah.
It did some pretty cool stuff on the brown paper. This one worked better.
Let's see.
And if it sticks to the stencil, who cares?
Yeah, water will take it off. Massachusetts or Connecticut. That'd be cool, Jen.
That's a good sound. The peeling
that pole, that sticky pole.
Yeah. And that's the other side of me just wetting the stencil and putting it down with whatever was on it. Some actually made it shiny. That's cool.
That is cool. I had brown paper sitting here and never even used it. I like doing metallics on the brown paper.
So I just wanted to pull some straight of
that is
sort
cool.
of meshing these colors together.
Yeah.
So I just did it the back of this one. And yeah, that one will be able to be used for a lot of things. Like I could use it to cut things out and to do
tear it up and use it on tags or collage.
And I love when the wrinkles come out, and the wrinkles, you pull it and it's the brown underneath it. Give me wrinkled paper any day.
There are ghost prints of the one flower type of stencil, and then the roses are back there. I can see the hearts. Wow.
Oh, I'm going to have a fun edge on this one. Look at all that crunchy on the edge.
Oh, yeah. Got some good crunchy. So I am going to take a piece of this paper. It is heavier drawing paper, and it is larger than this. So I will put down there's not much in here, just the edges, really. I need to get a little more in the center.
Yes, we're huge enablers. We want everybody to buy tons more stencils, another gel plate.
We love to have fun together, so we definitely enable each other to get all the things so that we can all play with them together.
Yes. You can see that there's stuff. I need to clean this off because look, I have little pieces of paint that's stuck on my roller, and they're making little tiny marks.
I kind of like that when they make little grungy marks.
Yep.
I get so many layers on this little guy over here. Let's see.
Ooh, a cat's eye would look cute. Oh, I don't have a cat's eye. That would be fun.
A cat's eye stencil?
Yeah.
Julie, like you don't have enough stencils. We didn't tell her to. Puss in Boot eyes. Who could resist Puss in Boots? That's funny. Cupcake, Kia, just so you know, Cupcake is Margie's cat. Cuppy. Crossing the bridge to New York. Yeah, we all have tons and tons of stencils, but there's something about it. We can't resist trying out a new stencil. Oh, nope. Very cool. That's like the 4th layer, and I like it. I like it over the records. Heaps of stencils. Yep. All right. So I'm going to put some down here and get these 2 cleaned off. So tomorrow morning they'll peel right off.
Super wet. I did that on purpose.
Got lots of colors in there. Purple and red go together.
Yep, they do.
Do they?
Especially if you're an old woman and like to wear hats.
No, that's true. Dark purple or light purple. Chocolate rules them all. Dark purple or light purple?
I would rather have dark purple when you're doing a red, but
red.
Light purple you do more with the pinks, obviously. But it depends how much blue you have in it too.
I'm putting it down to leave it overnight to pick up all the edge crunchies and everything.
Oh,
This dark purple is gorgeous. I'm sure it looks blue on YouTube. Now, the thing about this, when you do this to pick up the crunchies, you need to make sure that not only do you get paint all the way out to the edge to the crunchies, but that you've got a good wet layer over the edge. If you can see the crunchies through it, it's not thick enough. You got to have a thick enough layer that it can attach to your paper. So when you lift up your paper, the paint, those good grungy edges, they have to decide, are they going to stay attached to the plate or are they going to stay attached to the paper? And if you just put it down and lift it up really quickly, they're going to stay attached to the plate because they haven't had enough time to attach sufficiently to the paper. So by putting enough paint there that it can really lock onto the paper and then leaving it overnight so it has time to get as attached to the paper as it is to the gel plate, then when you come back and you want to start very carefully in the corner, Diazoline for both some favorite colors. Oh yeah. Yeah, start very carefully in the corner and make sure it's peeling off with the paper. And this is a place where it's often helpful to flip it over and peel the gel plate off the paper instead of the paper off the gel plate. But the biggest key is getting enough paint on there that it is able to adhere.
So the other thing I like to do, and I just did it, is I do like to water down what's already on my plate to do a couple last ghosty kind of stuff on prints on things that I've already done. And it just dries, especially if I've used a white on it. It makes it look more blotchy, and I like that. See how there's a lot of dimpling and running. So that's the other thing you can do. If you have something down here and you want to just activate it, just spray a little bit of water on it, and it will keep pulling up from it. For instance, this one, really bright, needs to be dulled down. Ooh, see, it just lightened it a little bit. I'm starting to lose the dots on it. There we go. And for now, yes, you can still see some clear things on it, but I'm actually going to let my gel mat dry like it is. I'm not going to do an overnight thing on it. And then I'll be able to pick up that white the next time I grab
those grungies. Yep. I like the stuff on the inside. Yeah, and I even let the outside go for a while, but right now that outside edge is so thick that every time I bump it with my finger, it just starts flaking off because it's so thick. So it's time to pull it off and start with a clean plate.
I should pull off what's on my hands. I've got some really interesting colors on my fingers and hands.
Yeah, red hat ladies. That's what I've got. Some red and some purple under there. We'll see how that comes out. It's going to look cool tomorrow. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. So we turned our 2-hour live into a 3-hour live because we were having so much fun gel plating. We appreciate you hanging out with us, and we welcome our new friend, especially Kia. Anybody else who's brand new that maybe didn't jump into chat, we welcome you to jump into chat. And the peeling paint, I can get into and join us in the Facebook group. I know Kia's already over there. And thanks for all the ideas and suggestions that you gave us. We learned a few things today, and I hope you try the plastic wrap technique that we did at the very beginning. Kia, that will be a way to go back and watch the very beginning and try that on your new plate. So can't wait to see some of the prints you pull from your brand new plate. And we'll be doing more gel printing, of course, because we love it. So you guys have the rest of a wonderful weekend, and we will see you all on Monday for Monday Jumpstart. Thanks, DM, for being here with me.
Thanks for having me, Marianne.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.